Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to the stream, guys. Thank you so much for coming in today. You guys are probably surprised you're seeing my face now, but we finally got our webcam set up. We'll be able to interact a little bit better with the stream. Really appreciate you guys coming in today. I'm super excited because we're going to be talking about so many things in Throne of Liberty. We got runes to talk about. We have dimensional dungeons, 2-star dungeons, war games. We got so much stuff, guys. So I'm super excited. Thanks again for coming in today. I'm really excited about it. And yeah, let's just jump right into Throne of Liberty, guys. I'm super excited. How are you guys doing today? I hope. Yeah, and I really am excited about today's stream. So we're gonna do a lot today. We're gonna start out kind of with a, we're gonna talk runes first. We're gonna see how everyone's feeling. I know I already have I have a question up here, so we're gonna get into that too. So appreciate you guys kind of checking everything out. Really appreciate all the support with the content, guys. It's been awesome to see. I mean, I'm just surprised that, for me, I get one view and that just made my day. So appreciate all the comments, all the love you guys have been sharing with me. I hope these guides have been helpful. I hope that I'm able to, shed some light on things that are a little complex, because as we know, Throne and Liberty it can be pretty complex. And so, with that, I try to do the best that I can. So if you guys have questions today, I like to do these streams as more of like, an interactive thing where if you have questions about anything to do with healing or anything about the game and things like that, again, I'm no expert at it, but for me, I've been playing a lot and I've been having a lot of fun with it. And so, I got a lot of guild mates that are, really on top of everything that's going on in Throne and Liberty. And so I'm just super happy that we're able to do this. So with that, guys, let's check out our first question. So hello, this is Richard. Thanks for the question, Richard. Really appreciate it. And so it says, hello, what is better now, melee evasion plus range endurance, or melee and range endurance? Thank you. So this is a really good question. I appreciate you asking. And so a lot of this is going to be geared towards what is the PvP focus that we're going for. And for me, it's always been about survivability. Now, I will say I'm just going to answer this question in one of two ways, right? So the first is that you could go with either and you'll be pretty successful if you went melee evasion with range endurance, or you just stacked endurance. Now, what I will say to answer this in the second way is that I think, and what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to actually be going more the endurance route. And the reason why is because as we get into as we move along in the game, basically right now, melee evasion is super strong because we have or because the greatsword is just so powerful right now. And so because there's not much hit chance that are built into a lot of the gear pieces that are out here, melee evasion is going to do really well. Now, from what I understand from the people over in KR and things like that, when tier 2 gear starts to come out, that's when there's going to be a lot more hit chance built into a lot of these gear pieces. And so basically for me, what that means is that, the higher the hit chance, the more melee evasion you need to stack in order for it to be effective. And so basically for me, because of that, I'm just going to be building endurance. And with that, I'll talk about fortitude here too, because fortitude is awesome. And it also stacks with, or it is a stacking endurance stat. And so basically I'm going to be going with all endurance because we're going to be taking so much damage. Endurance allows us to reduce that critical chance. And so basically evasion, is going to become a little bit less impactful because of the higher hit chance that these weapons and gear pieces are going to have. So I kind of answer that in a long-winded answer, but if you just want the short abbreviated, for me as a healer, I'm going to be rolling with just melee endurance and range endurance, and then magic endurance too, if we can get that. But I'm going to be stacking endurance because that synergizes really well with fortitude, and it also goes really well with the gear pieces that we have. And so with that too, tier 2 is going to bring a lot of hit chance where melee evasion isn't going to be as relevant, right? And so right now today, if you were going to build melee evasion, you would do really well in the arena. But as the game progresses, that's when the pendulum is going to kind of swing, and then endurance is kind of going to be more relevant. And so yeah, I hope that kind of helped you out a little bit. But yeah, so, but I really appreciate the question, guys. And if you guys have any more questions about anything, please let me know. I'd love to make sure that you guys are getting all the right information out there. If, you know, and let me know if my stream is also good or bad too. Just, you know, this is me testing everything out for the first time. But yeah, so thanks again, guys. Really appreciate that. Appreciate all of the guys that are tuning in right now. So if you guys just came in today, we're going to be checking out, we're going to be looking at runes, because that's a huge thing. We're going to be looking at some war games. We're going to be doing some dimensional dungeons. We're going to get into all of that, guys. And so basically how I'm going to start this out is I'm going to start this out with the rune guide. And so I'm going to make a video on this too, or what I'll probably do is throw this up, the stream that I'm doing, and make this as a video as we're talking through it. But guys, runes are awesome. Runes are actually like really, really cool that we're able to do. You know, at first it's kind of like if, you know, when you just started the game out and you're trying to figure out what is blessing, you know, what is this mystical thing that we put on our character, and once you kind of figured it out, you're like, oh, okay, well, that's not too bad. Like, now that I know what blessing is, now I can, you know, do it effectively. Runes are very similar to that too, and so basically we're just going to be knocking that out as best as we can. How are you, bro? Oh, let's see. Freedom says, how are you, bro? You're all good. Dude, I'm doing well, man. Today is a good day. I got some good sleep last night. I'm feeling good. I'm ready to jump in Throne of Liberty. How are you doing though? Like, how is your day going? And how are you what do you think about Throne of Liberty so far? Do you like the new updates? Do you think it's too complex? What are you feeling like today? But I really appreciate that. Thanks for, you know, that was really nice of you to ask how I'm doing today. But I'm doing well, guys. For me, you guys will figure out real quick now that you kind of see me on webcam. I'm like almost always smiling. And so if I'm ever not smiling, it's one of two things. One, it's because I'm focused, or two, because I'm tired. so today I'm going to be smiling a lot because I got a lot of sleep, ate some good food this morning. I got actually my iced coffee here. I just made that too. And so we're going to be getting right into it. But yeah, so then Diego Silva says, bro, tier 1 spam trials is the way to go. Absolutely. I mean, you're 100% right. We should just end this the guide right there. No, really appreciate that, man. Seriously, what he's talking about, guys, is what we're going to be getting into with the runes. And so essentially that is how we're going to be able to stack the runes. So I'm going to start out right away with how does like the leveling actually work. And please let me know if you guys have any questions about these. Again, it is pretty tricky. And so, but once you understand it, the general concepts, you know, it's pretty intuitive after all. Yeah, so basically there's a bunch of different tiers, right? So we have the common, and then we have the uncommon, you know, green, blue, and then eventually we'll get purple. Chaos runes are also mixed into these. I believe these show up in the 5th tier. Correct me if I'm wrong with that, but I believe that's where we could actually start getting some of these chaos runes, is when you go through here. I'm not 100% sure on that, but that's something that we'll figure out as we go through. But yeah, guys, essentially with that, whenever you get a rune, whether it's common, blue, purple, you know, green, or whatever, it's going to get a level. Diego Silver says, any tips on making the swapping from player to player less clunky? So are you talking about like when you're in a party with people, how to make like for controller, or are you talking PC? Because I'm on controller, so I can help with the clunkiness there. But essentially, let's see, how do I even I need to like join a party. Actually, no, what I could do is use my astral vision, and I could show you this real quick. Tier 1 until you have runes level 20, then you go tier 3 and farm all the way to 40, and then tier 5 to level 60. You're exactly right. Thanks for putting that in there. I really appreciate that. That's going to be a good outline for us to follow as we're talking about leveling. But yeah, guys, he's exactly right. Essentially, you know, we got to level these runes up. But before we do that, I'll kind of show you, you know, what my controller looks like. So if you look on the right side, you'll see that I have my astral vision up, and this is the same if I was in a party too. So essentially I'm able to kind of, you know, scroll through, and for me on controller, let's see if I can show this for you better. Essentially I'm able to just like hit up and down on the D-pad, and essentially I'll be able to do that. I've been watching your builds and it's been helping me be faster, but it still seems very clunky. So, okay, so are you able to, like, when you cycle through your healing, do you have it set to where you can just click the D-pad, or do you have to click or hold your left trigger and then go up and down on the D-pad? Because for me, I mean, it's still going to be, yeah, regardless if you change the settings to what I have, it's still going to be decently clunky, unfortunately, because we're on controller. But I've, figured, I've kind of gotten used to like moving up and down on the D-pad. And so basically to do that, just go to settings, and I'll just show everyone real quick. I do have a video on this. It's actually one of my first videos that I posted. But essentially what you want to do is you want to go to controller, and then under custom, you want to roll down here. And essentially we want to change this, the activate party member selection, and then the select party member. We want this to be up and down on the D-pad. By default, you have to hold left trigger or L2 and then move up and down on the D-pad. So if you move all the way down here, it should be, yeah. And so basically these two will have the D-pad by default. And so I switched these over to, hold left trigger and then up and down on the D-pad. So yeah, use the same settings. It feels like it doesn't swap between targets sometimes. Yeah, so okay, so I can kind of speak to that, and it's totally the game's fault. so basically when your party members are within range, so say for example you are in a dimensional dungeon and you're at the boss and someone dies, right? What'll happen is you'll try to cycle through your people, but then it'll almost get blocked by the person that died. So say party number 4 died, right? And you're trying to get to 6 from 3. Essentially, as you go from 1, 2, 3, it'll act like you're going over 4, but in reality, it'll skip down to 5, and then it'll be 6. It's I hope that made a little bit of sense. Maybe I'll talk about it, or I'll kind of showcase a little bit more when we're in a party. But essentially, the game is kind of bugged in where if people are not within like your range, or if they're not in your instance area, the party indicator will basically, like, it'll kind of fudge up, and it won't let you, pick someone, and you kind of just have to like fight through it, unfortunately, because they haven't really figured out. I know they're coming out with a lot of changes for console, which will be really nice. A lot of like UI changes and maybe some controller changes as well to help with healing and things like that. But unfortunately, yeah, it's just part of the game. Like, those are the best settings that I've found to be helpful. And so I hope that kind of helped a little bit. But yeah, so love the content. You have really good guides. Oh, I really appreciate that. Thanks so much. I hope that they, they serve everyone well. I spent a good amount of time on them to make sure I understand everything before I put it out there. But yeah, there's just so much in this game. So really appreciate the support with that. If you guys have any like video requests or anything like that, I'd love to jump in that too. And so the Astrovision guy was really amazing. I love that video. Oh, that's so helpful. Yeah, that was so nice. Thank you so much for that. I spent a good amount of time on that. Astrovision is so confusing. But once you kind of, it's like everything in this game. Once you kind of figure it out and test it, then it makes a little bit more sense. Now, I will say it's pretty hard to heal people through your Astrovision in general. And so, depending on what your settings want to be for that, I would make sure to or you have those high priorities as your the friendlies, like your guild mates and your guild leader and things like that. That's probably what you're going to use it mostly for. But yeah, I'm glad that helped you out. Like, yeah, and if you have any video ideas, if you have any more questions, we'll be talking through it. But yeah, so guys, we're going to talk about the runes. And so basically what we got is we got tons of runes, and basically, there's so many different things, so many different combinations that we can talk about and that we can go through. And so we're going to kind of talk about that too. We need the UI. Yeah, I totally agree. Like, I wish the UI, like, we could customize that so that we could actually put it in the middle of our screen and see, because Astrovision's way on the right, and then my party is way on the left. And so now I have to like go cross-eyed to try to figure out, where I'm going with it. Okay, guys. So yeah, but appreciate the comment. Thank you. And so, yeah, basically, guys, we're going to be talking about these different combinations, right? And so basically, we have so many different things that we could, that we can experiment with, that we can go into. But I'm going to give you guys kind of what roadmap that I'm going to be personally going for. And so I'm going to put this link in the description here. So I'm going to drop over to this real quick, guys. This is my current build. So I'm going to throw this in there. This is my current build, but it also includes my runes. So these are future runes. So I don't have all these runes yet, but these are the runes I'm going to be going for. And that's going to be kind of like the base for what I'm going to be doing. And essentially, a lot of what I'm going for is that survivability, but then we also get cooldown speed, we get mana cost efficiency, we get skill healing and things like that. And so that's what's going to be all built into this. All right. So basically, guys, as we get into this, yes, I want to talk about how we level these up, how we get into that. Diogo Silva really helped us out here. Basically, all you have to do is you have to look at, okay, here's my whole palette of runes, right? And whenever you get, for example, I have heavy attack chance 4, right? So that means I have leveled up, quote unquote, this common attack rune to level 4. And so whenever I'm in the game, and even if I dissolve this or I put it in the transmutator, oh, did we get disconnected? Oh. Oh man, did I get disconnected? I think I got I think I got disconnected. I even got disconnected on Throw to Liberty. So looks like my internet was having some issues there, but I think we're good to go. Hopefully everything's good, back to what it was. Hopefully that kind of worked out. I'm also checking down low here to make sure that everything is working out. Sorry about that, guys. Little technical difficulties there, but appreciate you guys sticking out with me. Freedom says, I'm good, bro. Has been on that grind. I've been playing MMOs, but this is the first time where I can actually use 2 different weapons at the same time, but it's pretty good. I'm loving it so far. Yeah, that is the one thing that I thought that this game was very unique, was that you don't right away pick, oh, I'm a healer, DPS, or tank. That's all determined by the weapon combinations. And the super cool thing about it is that you can switch your weapons at any time. Now, there's a huge caveat to that. If you switch your weapons out constantly, then the game is very punishing to try to get, level these up. And so, which is unfortunate. So that's something that they could fix. But yeah, I totally agree, man. I'm glad you're doing well. I'm so glad that you're joining the stream today, having a good time. I'd love to see you out there. If you're a healer, let me know. If you're not a healer, how's that going for you too? A lot of my viewers on YouTube and things like that are healers, I believe. And so, because I make pretty much exclusively healing content to help out Throne and Liberty guys. But yeah, no, I really appreciate that. So yeah, guys, I'm so sorry about that technical difficulty. So we're going to be talking about the runes and we're going to get into it again. I'm so sorry about that. So yeah, guys, basically we want to level these runes up at the maximum level we can get. And so with that, right, you have these tier 1, or the commons are the gray ones here. Those go up to level 20, I believe. And then the the green ones go up to a level, I believe level 40, or is it level 20? I think it's 40. And then the blue ones, they go up to level 60, which is just crazy. And so basically every time you get one of these, so say you get a duplicate stun resistance, it's leveled up now to level 17 for my example on here. So basically, whenever you get one, it's going to level that up automatically, and the game is going to remember that. And so what I was saying before I got disconnected here is that you can actually go to your material transmutation and you can drop, all of these in here, right? So you could just be like, oh, I'm going to throw all of my commons away. So you just hit the common button. And then you can do the convert points or whatever. And the game will remember, oh, he had a level 2 melee endurance. So the next one he gets is a level 3 melee endurance, if I end up getting that. Again, it's going to be very RNG based with all of these things. And that's what makes the grind so strong. Oh, I appreciate that. So Frizz, you switch your name. I appreciate that. Yeah, so you can get multiple levels. It's chance based. Yeah, so basically, you can get multiple levels, but you will never get the same level or below, which is important. So like, yeah, if I have a 2, typically it'll be up at a 3, or it could be, like 4, 5, 6, whatever. But the nice thing to know is that you're never going to get 2 or less. Even if, so I'm just going to convert all these, right? Just get rid of all of them, and boom, now the game will remember if I get more commons, then it'll remember, oh, he hit 2 for that melee endurance. Now he's never going to get 2 again. He'll always get something higher, which is really helpful, which is really nice. So basically, yeah, so 1 to 20, it's 100% chance to upgrade at least 1 level. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah. So, I appreciate all the help you've been throwing in there. It really helps out the community, helps me too, so appreciate that. But yeah, guys, so basically the runes, what I'm going to be going for is I'm going to be looking at, how can I have the most survivability and it really get the most bang for my buck, really, for lack of better words there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to jump over to my weapon, for example, and I'm going to pull up the rune synergy list. And this is kind of where we're going to park for a little bit here. Playing longbow and wand. Oh, that's awesome. How's that going for you? I'm a bow wand, and I'm probably going to be a bow wand until they come out with like an even better healer, if there is one. But it's a lot of fun. I love being a bow wand. We just have so much healing, and it's awesome. But yeah, so basically we have all of these different synergies that we can get, and they're broken into tiers. So this is kind of like, the gray tier, and then we got the green, and then blue, and then purple. Obviously, purple is going to be coming later. We can only really get the blue ones right now, from what I understand, which is nice. Correct me if I'm wrong. But yeah, you can get the same room with the same level, but it has a really high chance of letting me out. Okay, gotcha. So basically, not guaranteed, but at least it's not less, right? So that's good. Appreciate the correction there. Yeah, because like I said, I'm no expert in this, but I'm kind of experimenting with a lot of this stuff. And so hopefully I can kind of shed some light. So yeah, guys, basically what we're going to be doing is we want to get survivability as best as we can. And so the way we do that is we look at, okay, so for me, when I'm determining what color combination I'm going to go for, I just go down to the purple just to see, okay, what's my end game? Like, what am I actually going to get if I level all these up? And so basically when I look at these, I want to ensure that I'm getting certain stat priorities, which, as you guys know, for me, I like to focus stat priorities, or I always put stat prioritization first. I said that wrong. I'll put my stats as a priority because we're able to hit different stat thresholds. And that's going to be kind of the driving force of a lot of these build discussions, right? And so essentially for this first one, I'm looking at, okay, for my weapon, I have strength 4, dexterity 4, wisdom 4, perception 4. And for me, because I like having more health and more survivability, I'm going to be kind of focused on the strength. And so basically what I'm going to be going for today, and the nice thing about these guys is if you like decide, hey, I don't want to go red, blue, yellow, I want to go wisdom, I want blue, yellow, red, then you can just go over here and change these, right? So you don't even have to worry about it. You do have to, I believe you do have to pay Solent to change them. And so basically all you have to do is you hover over it. You can change the runes out however many times as you want. That's free. But if you want to disable a socket, basically you disable that socket, it takes your rune out, and then essentially you can click this button to reset the socket, and you can change it to either of these, right? And so basically it's going to cost you more Solent. So, which, I mean, Solent's not too bad to come by. But if you're scraping by, then I wouldn't really switch these out all the time. But essentially, you could switch these out. So don't feel like, oh no, once I commit to this, it's game over. Don't worry about that. And so basically, though, when we're going to be importing all of these runes, once we complete that combination, we get this little bonus, which is super nice. And so, yeah, absolutely, you can send me a build. That'd be awesome. You can send it. You can send it to the chat here, and I'll take a look at it. I also have a Discord too. I can throw that in the description if you want to Discord message me as well. But yeah, anything to help the community would be awesome. And so, yeah, basically, guys, we're going to be going for strength here. And the reason why is because, yes, we get dexterity, we get wisdom, we get perception. But the reason why I want strength is because I'm trying to hit that 70 strength threshold, which gives us a lot more survivability, more HP, more melee endurance, more, all our defenses are really good once we hit that 70 threshold. And so that's why I'm going to be going for that. When I hit 70 with all of my different rune combinations, with the gear and everything like that, then I can actually put more stat points into other things, such as fortitude. And so basically, guys, I'm gonna sit here for just a second to show you we want strength 4 and we want this critical hit damage reduction because we're going for that survivability. So I hope that kind of helped, like, okay, that's going to be kind of the framework for what I'm going to be doing. And the nice thing is, as you're leveling these up, you can get some of these stat points. For the green it's 2, for blue it's 3, and then once you get purple it's 4, which is really cool. So that's kind of what I'm going to be going for. Yeah, no, it sounds good, Frizz. Whenever I'm going to be sitting on the stream for a while here, so, and then I'll try to throw my Discord up too. It's just, yeah, and so we'll get into it. But yeah, so I'm going to switch the screen over. We're going to jump over to let's see, we're going to be jumping over to my build that's actually online here. And the reason why I want to do this online is so I can actually show you what my end game stats are going to be, or at least what I'm going to be going for. And so essentially what I want to do, yeah, we want to get at least 30 in fortitude, and that you read my mind again. That is exactly what I'm going to be going for. And so I hope you guys can see this. I'm going to kind of I'm going to change this around so I can, lower myself just a little bit so you guys can kind of see what's going on. But yeah, so basically you guys will notice here that this is my PvP Wanbo current gear. It says current gear, excuse me, because this is actually what I'm wearing. And as you guys saw in the, on my game, that is the armor that I'm going for, and that's what I'm wearing. But these are going to be my final stats that I'm going to be going for. And this is for specifically a guild versus guild environment, right? Because a lot of the stuff that we do in PvP is going to be like large scale combat, right? And so we want to make sure that we want to get the 70 threshold, but then we also want to make sure we get our fortitude at 30 as well, because this gives us an increase to our endurance. And so you'll notice that, like, I didn't change my build at all, guys. Like, I haven't changed it at all. Now, I did recently get the excavator wand, so I'm going to put up a version of that on here too to see, like, how is that going to impact my stat distribution. But this is what I'm going to be going for because it's a focused on survivability, but we also hit thresholds with our wisdom and our perception. With hitting debuff and max mana, and then also hit chance and buff duration, which is super good for us as healers. And then, like I said, we get that 30 endurance, which is good. And so all of these are impacted by the runes that I was able to select, right? And so I'm gonna be able to go through, kind of what my stat distribution looks like for these runes, and then we'll kind of get into that. I've been having a lot of fun with this. By no means is this a rule, guys. So, like, when I'm going through this, don't think, oh no, if I don't do this, I'm failing as a healer. No, you're not failing at all. This is a brand new system. This is just me looking at it on paper, until I actually get to experience it in the arena and in guild versus guild. That's when I'll be able to have a better idea. But these could be, at least some thoughts to push for so that you can kind of get an idea, okay, this is kind of the track that he's going. And so this is what I'm going to do. And again, guys, basically, I'm going to be able to, get into why I chose the things I did. Yeah, you want to see my crit? Let's see what it's at. It's pretty low. I'm not going to lie. My dexterity is 10. Let's see. Where is my crit? Oh, here we go. So yeah, we got my critical hit chance, melee range, and all that. I think that's the wrong one. Where is my crit? I think I'm zooming past it. Oh, here we go. Critical hit chance. There we go. So mine's pretty low, guys. You guys might be a little bit higher. For me, I'm not stacking crit as much as some other healers might. But for me personally, that's just a personal choice. You could go for more critical hit chance if you want. But for me personally, I'm just gonna kind of, you know, I don't really go for it because like crit is great when you hit it, but yes, and you can increase that. But for me, I'd rather invest in survivability and sustain versus doing crit heals, which is, you know, just my opinion. But yeah, no, so these aren't too bad. But yeah, so as we're going into this, guys, so I'm gonna start with my weapons, and again, I'm gonna open this up real quick so you guys can kind of see it. So basically, what I want to do is I want to look at all of these different runes. Again, I'm focused on hitting that red, blue, yellow to give me that strength and the critical hit damage reduction, which is pretty good, and or which is really good for what we're going for. And then even when we get purples, we'll have even better stat distributions, which will be really nice to go over as well. But essentially, what I decided to do was, okay, I'm looking at every single one of these and what is going to be the most beneficial for me as a healer. And so I've looked at a couple. You have skill damage boost, you got buff duration, heavy attack chance, hit chance, critical chance. You can do all of these, right? But for me, I decided to go the buff duration for this because I want, whenever I throw my buffs out there, I want them to be as potent as possible. And so that's essentially, you know, what I'm going to go for, which is really nice. But yeah, so basically gonna go down and I'm gonna go for buff duration. You guys could go for any different ones, but this is the combination that I'm gonna go for. And then finally, we're also gonna, or not finally, then we're gonna go into the blue, which is our max mana, or excuse me, my bad, max health, which again, we want max health because this allows us to get that more survivability. If we go out here and we see what is actually my max health going to be at the very end game, let's see here. Forgive me, I'm trying to look at this. Okay, here we go. So yeah, max health, we're looking at over 18k, which is super nice for us to go for. And so basically, like, you know, for me, anything above like 15, 16k is going to be awesome. So if you can aim for that, that's what I'd go for. But these runes just give us free health. So that's why I would take that. I would take that over the endurance and everything else, max mana too, just because we want a higher health for more survivability. And then finally, skill heal. And for me as a healer, I just want to be putting out the most potent heals as possible. And if I can get my survivability down based off of the gear I picked and the stats distribution that I have, then I'll be able to, you know, focus more on doing as much healing as possible. And so as you can see with these, they stack. So if I go to my second weapon, I literally picked the same things. So I can get, you know, 6% buff duration between the two weapons. I get, you know, 720 health. And then I also get 6% skill heal. And so for me, guys, this is going to be what I'm going for. As you're building and as you're going through this, just use the best runes that you have, you know, to give you that higher combat power, but to also make your character a little bit tougher, right? So, but I mean, like if you have, you know, ranged evasion and that's your best one, I probably wouldn't use that because, you know, that's not going to be helpful to your character. So use things that you would think would be helpful. And again, this is so new, guys, so we're all figuring this out. For here, you know, you can look at healing received, mana cost efficiency, which could be a good one, skill damage resistance. I ended up going the skill healing route to make sure, you know, that I was all good there. And so, so yeah, pretty much we're going in for it with that. Yeah, and so that's the weapons, guys. So those are going to be my two weapons. And I hope this kind of made sense as we're going through this. But again, appreciate all the support you guys have been showing me. It's been awesome. So as we go into this, we're going to drop down to the necklace. So we don't have any runes for any of these armor pieces, but for the accessories, we do. And so for this, you know, looking at the same or at a different principle, now I'm going to be going into, you know, what skill distributions I would want for my necklace. And so I look at these and I'm like, okay, I could do, you know, basically there's a couple good ones. I have dexterity, wisdom with max health, dexterity again, dexterity with movement speed, and wisdom with movement speed. And so basically I'm going to be going for the synergy for wisdom, and then I want that critical hit damage reduction. And so when we're stacking endurance, guys, remember endurance reduces whatever the crit that comes. That's what it reduces, right? So if someone has high critical hit chance, they hit a crit on you, it's going to do less damage because you're building endurance. And so we want to capitalize that and stack that by putting in more damage or critical hit damage reduction. So basically, this is going to help us while we're stacking endurance, which I think is really cool. And then dexterity, again, for me, I'm not really building dexterity. I'm kind of more building that support healer, but also high survivability. And so I'm going to be going with wisdom to hit those stat thresholds. So that's what I'm going to be going with, the yellow, blue, red, to make sure that I'm hitting these stat thresholds. And then for these guys, I pretty much pick the ones that I think are going to be, the best for our healing. So I picked skill heal for this as well. Again, you could do a couple others, like healing receive would be okay. Amatoy healing, that's okay. Collision resistance might be the one that you'd want to go for. The problem with collision resistance is you kind of have to build a lot of that for it to be effective. It's similar to evasion, not exactly evasion, but you just have to really stack it. So just be aware of that. If you're going to put, collision resistance on one, I would make sure to keep stacking collision resistance on everything else too. But I'm going to go for skill healing because I like that flat percentage giving me more, which is really nice. Yeah, and the synergy bonus is just awesome too. Now you will see there's one where I actually don't use the synergy bonus, and I'd like to see what you guys think about that in the comments. And then I'll kind of get into my thought process as to why. And then for the blue, I'm just going to be going for max health again, because we just want as much health as possible to give us that survivability. And then finally for the red one, this could go a number of different ways here, depending on what you're going for. I decided to go for hit chance because I like as much hit chance as possible, so I can hit my sleeps, I can hit my tornadoes and my flash waves on the enemy. And so this is just really helpful. Also your deadly marker too, if you're using that too. So I'm just going to be going that, but we get that sweet wisdom and that critical hit chance as well. So yeah, that's going to be for my necklace, guys. For the bracers, now this is where it's interesting, right? So let's look at, so that you'll see right away that I'm just like, and again, this is just me experimenting. But if we go over to the synergies, what we actually get, to be honest with you guys, and this is all my personal opinion. You do whatever you want to do. I don't think that these are really worth, putting the synergy in for, just for the bracers themselves. And I mean, because we don't get any stat bonuses here. Yes, the one that I think would be really good would probably be the max health bonus damage, or the max health, the max health bonus damage. Not the boss one, but the actual bonus damage, or max health and attack speed could be good. But to be honest, I just don't think that that's going to be super impactful in the long run. Yes, we get a little bit extra health, which is nice. But if you look at, what I decided to build is, because they're not giving us these stat efficiency bonuses. Hey, it's me, Frisbee, on new device. Hey, what's up? Yeah, too many accounts. That's awesome, man. I'm glad you're supporting me on so many different accounts. I'm glad to know that it's you, so I know who I'm talking about. But appreciate you commenting. Love the conversation, guys. So keep it up. Really appreciate that. But yeah, so basically, I'm actually, just for today, and as we're building this out and things like that, I'm actually going to be going for this interesting combination, right? And this is the only one I do. So all the other ones, they go for that synergy, but this is kind of what sets my build maybe apart from others too, is that I'm trying to, try something a little bit different to see how it works. And so basically, I'm going to be going for yellow, and then a chaos rune if we're able to get that, because I want to use these chaos runes just because it would be kind of cool. And so I think this would be kind of a good way to do it, because there's no real, great synergy over there. So yeah, you could go for a couple different things here. So you can get skill damage resistance, mana cost efficiency, mana heal, all this and that. However, I just decided, because there's no skill healing, I decided to go with mana cost efficiency. I mean, if you add these up, we get a whole 10% extra mana cost efficiency, which, as you know, in arena or guild versus guild, this allows us to spam our spells a lot more effectively than if we were to not have 10% decrease of that, or skill mana. Oh man, the mana cost efficiency. And so that's why I'm just going to be kind of building this, because I thought it would be a good idea. I thought it would be helpful for healing, and then you can cast a lot more spells more effectively. And then we can also build our mana pool so we don't have to worry about mana regeneration as much for building mana cost efficiency. And so that's why I went yellow for this, yellow for that. And then finally the Chaos Rune. There's so many different things here. But I figured, okay, if I'm going to be stacking mana cost efficiency, why don't I stack that for the Chaos Rune as well? Now, I don't know. I really don't know what the debuff or what the negative for using a Chaos Rune is. It doesn't really say. If you guys know what happens when you use a Chaos Rune, because it says it has negative effects too. I actually don't know what that means. Does that mean it just doesn't allow you to do the synergy? So that's the negative? I don't really know. It doesn't really show here on the website like what happens. There's a little number which I don't really know what that number means on the right side here. But essentially I just went for that mana cost efficiency because it stacks with everything else. And yeah, so that's going to be kind of my interesting take on that. Love to hear what you guys think. That's the only one where I actually don't follow a synergy. All right, rings. Rings are going to be the same across both. And so for these ones, if we look at, okay, what are the synergies? That's always what I want to look at first. I think the negative is if you use multiple. Oh, okay. So if you use multiple Chaos Runes, there's a negative benefit to that. I could see that. But yeah, I really don't know because I haven't gotten one. I don't even know if we can get them. Maybe we can in tier 5 dungeons. But yeah, so appreciate that. So what I'm going to look at, so again, I got strength, perception, and I have cooldown speed and max health. This is interesting, right? Because we had got that nerf with the healing touch and the swift healing, I've been building a lot of, cooldown speed so that I can just cast as many skills out as possible without having to worry about, all of the cooldowns that we share and things like that. Oh, the yellow number is the chance to drop. Oh, okay, that makes sense. Thank you so much for that. So yeah, guys, the yellow number is the chance to drop. We have our boy Frizz in here helping us out with this, which is awesome. So really appreciate that. So yeah, you can see how much of a grind this will be to get all these because of those low percentages. But yeah, essentially, guys, I'm going to be going for the yellow, red, and blue for the rings and both rings because I get that strength again. So I'll get, once I, max this out, I get 4 blue and 4 strength. And then I'll also get 6 cooldown speed too as I'm going for this. Now, if we jump over to the actual runes themselves, then I get more skill healing, which is, again, I'm just stacking skill healing because I want to be able to heal as much as I can. Again, you could totally change this out for something else like collision resistance, weak, stuff like that. But for me, I just go for skill healing because I just want flat rates of improvement to my character and my build. For the red, this is interesting, right? And this is because there wasn't any hit chance for the ring. I decided to go critical hit chance, guys. Crazy, right? Normally I don't go hit chance for crit. But because for me, I looked at this whole list and I was like, oh, well, these don't seem that impactful. And so I'm just going to go for critical hit chance to, increase our healing as much as we can. And so that's why I went that there. And then finally, blue, nothing really changes. I go for max health. Again, you could go for endurance. You could go for defense. But because we're going to be building into fortitude, we have endurance in our build. I'm going to be trying to get that extra health if we can. And so, yeah, guys, I'm going to be putting that on both of my rings. So again, I have this up on the chat, and I'll throw this up in when I make a video of this too. I'll throw that in the description. And then finally, the belt. And so belt, we're going into, this one. So this, I looked at the belt and the bracers, and I figured, okay, the belt, again, doesn't have great effects, but it does have that critical hit damage reduction. And so for me, I'm going to be going for that because we want to reduce as much crit as possible. Again, that stacks with our endurance. And so that's why I decided to go here. Damage reduction is really nice too. I wish it would give us that max health and the critical hit damage reduction. But hey, we'll take what we got to take. Damage reduction is good. And then the flat percentage of critical hit damage is what we're going for as well. So that's why I'm going to be hitting up that. And then this gives us our red, blue, and yellow. Again, I'm going to be going for hit chance when I can. If I don't have hit chance, then I'll go for critical hit chance to get, hit my skills more effectively, more max health. And then I decided to go, mana cost efficiency again. You could go skill damage resistance. That would probably be even better for survivability. But I decided to go mana cost efficiency to just be able to spam my spells a lot more easily, because we, you know, have this efficiency that reduces what we actually cast, which is nice, or reduces the mana cost. So yeah, guys, that is what happens. And then if you look, these are the stats I get. And so basically I'm able to hit that 70. I'm able to hit 40 wisdom, get that debuff duration and max mana. Able to hit chance, or excuse me, the perception 40 with buff duration and hit chance. And then finally, we're actually able to hit 30 endurance without having to go into any of the new endurance pieces. Now, yes, you could go farm some of these endurance pieces out there. I know there's a pretty good build out there. I think Eli made one out over on Max Rolled, so I would go check that out if you guys are interested in building endurance. But for me, or excuse me, fortitude. But for me, I just don't feel like getting all new pieces of gear, because I've already farmed these out, and these have still served me well even with the new gear. And so I think this will only improve our fortitude a little bit more, or excuse me, it'll only improve our build once we have fortitude and all these runes. Personally, I like the movement speed so I can reach my targets faster. Absolutely, yeah. So movement speed is really good too, because we're super slow as healers. You know, a lot of our DPS guys are sprinting around, and so so yeah, movement speed would be really helpful. For me, I'm probably not going to go with movement speed. If you do a lot of arena, you know, everyone's pretty close by, and so hopefully you're within that range. But I can definitely see the benefit for that when you're in a guild versus guild situation. So yeah, if you want to go for that, by all means. But yeah, that's the synergy I'm going to go for. And so yeah, guys, that's pretty much my rune, you know, build there. That's going to be what I'm going to be going for, which is really, you know, it's a lot of fun. And so basically jumping up right back over to the game here. So today we're going to be looking at, you know, that's basically how I do my runes. Again, how we get these runes is you got to do those dimensional dungeons, and every time you do them, you get rewards. You can also check out your weekly mission. Hopefully you guys got that from last week. I got my chest here and basically was able to grab, you know, I just decided to go for the support ones because there's 150. So I was like, sure, let's go for all the support as much as we can. But yeah, go for these when you guys got them and things like that. And basically do these dimensional dungeons, which are proving to be quite a challenge. Yeah, so what server do I play on? I actually play on Desire. So I wonder, I don't know if I could show that. Oh yeah, I could show that in, let's see, is it in Guild maybe? Well, this is my guild, Midas Gaming. These guys are awesome, been having a lot of fun with these guys. Actually, let's go to the ranking. I think that's where it's at. Yeah, here we go. So we'll go for guild ranking. Yeah, so I'm on Desire. It doesn't show Desire, but that's okay. Oh, actually, yeah, I'll show you where it is. So we're rank 11. So if I go to like Arena, for example, and I look at my ranking, it'll show Desire. So that's the server I'm on right now, which is a lot of fun. So yeah, as you guys can see, we're climbing the ranks, number 64. But I just want to show you guys, this is so crazy. Settings info, but it shows your IP. Oh, okay. Settings info. Oh, I'm confused. But yeah, so yeah, basically this is the server I'm on, which is really nice. And so but yeah, let's see here. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, okay. Just make sure everything's good up on the stream too. Settings info, but it shows your IP. Oh, okay, I got you. Yeah, I probably won't show that then. But yeah, so basically this is the server I'm on, Desire. And then I'm on NA East, if that's what you're asking for. So I'm on North America Eastern server. So that's what I'm on. And then yeah. Oh, settings and info. Okay, I got you. Oh, okay. Settings and then info. Oh, I got you. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so I'm on NA East, if that helps. But yeah, and then I'm also on the yeah. So yeah, there we go. But yeah, so hopefully that helped a little bit. Oh, you're in EU. Oh, okay, I got you. Nice. Oops. That's okay. Oh gosh, now I'm gonna get hacked. So hopefully no one does that, but hey, it is what it is. But But yeah, so basically, guys, that's gonna be kind of what I'm doing. Yeah, we're all gonna be friends, guys. Hopefully, right? And so yeah, basically, yeah, I probably should have showed that, but it is what it is. Yeah, so I'm on NA East, North America. That's where I'm at. So basically, you know, we're gonna be on the Desire server. Hopefully that helped out a little bit. But yeah, so that's kind of what I'm gonna be rocking and rolling with. Let's see. But yeah, I'm all new to this, so hopefully, you know, we're all good. So yeah, basically we're gonna go into let's see. Oh yeah, what was I looking at? Oh yeah, I was looking at arena. Yeah, so as you guys can see, so I am looking at, oh yeah, no, nothing happened. I don't even remember what we're talking about, right? Yeah, so basically, guys, looking at my rank number 64, and what I wanted to show you guys, which is super interesting, is if you go down to, oops, the ranking over here, it's super funny how, like, you look at my rank, so I'm 64, right? Which you would think that's pretty high, which I'm pretty proud of that. But then you go all the way up to number 1 through 3, and look at this, guys. They have 400 more points than me. 400 more. And in perspective, right? If you go to record details, I mean, you can see how many points you get per win, per loss. I mean, some of these, like, I get 15 for 2 wins and then 9 for 1 loss, you know. And sometimes, like, I'll win one that's 8 and then lose one that's 8, and then I get 6 back, so you slowly build it back. And so, like, I mean, some of these games, like, look at this, like, I'm winning all of these, and then all of a sudden I lose 1 and I get minus 11, and then I literally have to play 3 games in order to make up, I have to win 3 games in order to make up for that one, which is just wild. And so, yeah, which is kind of crazy to me. But yeah, so basically, guys, today we're going to be looking at all these different things, or excuse me, we're going to be looking at the dimensional dungeons, which is awesome. Take a sip of my coffee too. But yeah, so basically we're going to take a look at the dimensional dungeons, how I kind of go through those, and I think that's really important because we are trying to farm those runes, and we want to get that up as, you know, like, I wouldn't stress over these things, guys. Like, you know, I know a lot of people were saying, like, oh, this is going to be, you know, a lot of my guild mates, and then a lot of people on open world chat and things like that, and over on Reddit and, you know, all those fun places were saying, oh no, like, this is going to be too much, we won't be able to do it. Just enjoy your experience, guys. If you're not having fun playing the game, then you know, like, we don't want to jump on video games to stress out. We want to kind of have video games help us, you know, with our stress and things like that. And so, or not help us with that, but at least, like, you know, kind of give us that break from what's going on. And so basically, I'm not going to be stressed out about pushing these runes as fast as possible, as most efficient. Yes, I'm going to try to do some of these things, but if I don't, you know, get it right away, it's not going to be the end of the world. So it is what it is. But yeah, so basically, guys, let's see here. So I'm going to go over to co-op dungeon, and we're going to jump into one of these dimensional trials, and I'm going to show you guys kind of, you know, how I'll do these. So I'm going to do Island of Terror. I might do a Void Waste as well, since I haven't even done these, to be honest. None of the Void Waste ones. I've been kind of focused on the Island of Terror. So basically, yeah, so I want to look over, man, people are climbing this tier 9s already, which is pretty nice, which is interesting because they don't have anything for the Island of Terror beyond 5, which is kind of interesting. And so, yeah, guys, so basically I'm going to jump in one to see if, you know, we can kind of showcase, like, what these dungeons look like if you guys haven't done them. Let me know, guys, what you guys think about these dimensional trials. Do you enjoy them? You know, what's kind of going on with that? But before we do this, guys, I'm gonna take like a 5-minute break. I do have a dog, and I'm gonna, you know, just let him outside real quick, but I'm gonna take a 5-minute break, guys, and then we'll be right back. And when we get back, we're gonna jump into these dimensional trials, and it's gonna be a lot of fun. So stay tuned, guys. Really appreciate the support so far. But yeah, guys, I'll just take like about a 5-minute break or so, and then I will be right back. All right, guys, we're all back. Thanks for, waiting for me there. Really appreciate all the support you guys have been showing me. We are back in action, guys, and we're going to take a look at these dimensional dungeons, or these dimensional trials, guys. And so basically, these have been pretty tough for the community and for me too. Finding a group even to push to 5 has been, kind of challenging. And so we're going to be kind of getting into that. I'm going to show you guys my thought process as I'm healing through these, because there's a lot of things that are going on in these dungeons, but I really think it's important to talk about, hey, how should I focus as a healer? What gear should I bring and things like that? And so, excuse me, I'm going to lower this so you guys can kind of see it a little bit better. And so let's see, we're going to make sure this is all good to go. But yeah, so basically, guys, my build for this is I'm going to ensure that, let's see here, that here's my oh yeah, wow, I'm all over the place, but we're figuring it out. We're all good. Okay, so basically for my build here, let's see, I'm gonna pull up my, I think I did, oh yeah, I've been using like my arena build, which is awesome. So yeah, guys, so basically for this, right, I'm going to be focused on my survivability. Guys, my gear hasn't really changed too much, or it hasn't changed at all. This is the gear that I'm going to be rocking with. Now, what I have been experimenting with is I have been using the Ascended Guardian gear, to see if I can get that increased healing, which it's an extra 25% of healing when we get all of these, or you get 4 pieces of the set, which I have. Now, mine are not fully kitted out, so I just don't know if they're like 100% worth to use. But it's been really nice because we're able to, get different. Actually, I'm gonna reset these stats. So yeah, we're basically able to hit different stat thresholds because we have that. Now, let's see if I can do this. So yeah, strength 70. Oh yeah, dang, yeah, we probably don't want to do that. Yeah, so basically, I'm just experimenting with some of the things here. I like being able to have 50 wisdom, which is super nice. And then also, being able to hit 50 perception, which can be good too. I mean, realistically, it just gives our increased range so that we're able to hit our skills a little bit more effectively. And so that's what we're going to be going for. But this is if you're using the Ascended Guardian kit. Again, we're going to be kind of focused on that survivability as much as we can. And so this is what I'll be rocking there. However, because these are a little bit more challenging, for people with going into these dungeons, we're hitting a lot, we're getting a lot more damage than we're probably used to when we're rolling through dungeons. And so basically I'm just going to be going for this build right here, which is my arena build. So this is what I've been rocking with while I go into arena. And so essentially I'm building that wisdom so I can get that cooldown speed, which has been really impactful. But then we also have strength to help us, almost hit our 70%, or excuse me, our 70 strength threshold, which is really nice. And so, yeah, guys, that's going to be my build as we're getting into this. But I'm just going to jump right into a dungeon. Excuse me. Hopefully we can get these. Goodness. And we'll kind of, roll through it. So these guys are asking for a healer. So I'm just gonna, oh, these guys are asking for one too. So we're gonna go through just a tier 1. Hopefully these guys will accept me, and then we'll get right into it. But yeah, basically, I'll request the other one too if it's still up. Heals needed, so I'll jump into these guys. It's a tier 2. Not too much. So tier 1 and tier 2 aren't gonna be as, I guess, scary to work with. So we're in the tier 2 one, which is totally fine. So if you guys didn't know, all you got to do is drop your level down to 2, and then boom, I can enter the dimensional circle, and we can get right into it. So the skills I have, you guys can see, I've been experimenting with these, and so these are the ones that I've found to be pretty useful on the Island of Terror. Now, is this a hard rule? Probably not, because there's so many different skills you can use. And so basically we have to try to focus on the survivability for the team and get a lot of utility out. But because these are timed and because it's based on, how quickly we kill all the bad guys, we basically are building some of that damage as well. So, and that's what I'm going to be kind of going towards. So again, like, you know, some people don't think that you need to do any sort of damage when you're going through these. However, I've found that doing damage is actually very helpful for the team because we're able to clear things quicker. And so basically, you saw there, like, I'm trying to be the support and help people out. I'll give people my AoEs, and then I'll go right back to healing them. Trying to do all the damage I can. As you can see, no one's really taking damage right now. So if I only brought healing skills, then I'm actually not really doing anything. I'm just sitting there waiting for people to take damage. Which, you know, again, like, if you want to go for pure healing because you're having a tough time with these, by all means do it. And if you're having fun with it, that's even better. And so, but for me, I'm going to be going with some of these damage spells that I have in here. Just very simple, like ones that I can spam as quickly as possible, because I just want to make sure that I'm helping the teammates out with doing damage. Because like I said, people aren't always going to be taking damage. And so we want to make sure we're helping them not only in the support area, but also in the healing area, or excuse me, the damage area as well. And so you'll see that I'm just going to be using a lot of my skills basically on cooldown, because, you know, we're just zooming through this. A lot of things, you know, throughout the dungeon, they're not going to be as impactful. As you see, I just preemptively gave them the flash wave, and guys, their healing or their health went fully back up, which is what we're going for. And so yeah, guys, if you have any questions about what I'm doing, why I'm doing certain things, you know, I can definitely answer that to the best of my ability. But yeah, basically you just want to use, you know, your AoE healing spells while your teammates are grouped. Essentially, I'm using like, you know, what is it? I'm using, oh, do we have another wand guy too? I didn't even notice. Oh, we have a staff wand guy in here too. So that would be kind of nice as well. I mean, if he's going to be helping with heals, you know, that's always fine with me. I never get offended when people are helping you heal, because, you know, they're just trying to throw heals out there. Is this the most optimal way to play one of these dungeons? Probably not, because basically a lot of the times you guys will find that people don't really die to just a sustained amount of DPS. They die more to the one-shot mechanics that the boss has. And so that's why I'm going to be kind of, you know, that's why I'm like, all right, if we get more healing, great. But if we don't have more healing, I'm able to heal all these guys just fine. And so that's why I'm like not too worried about another healer with us. So yeah, guys, we're just gonna be running through this. If you guys have any questions about anything, I'd love to, you know, get into that and kind of give you my thought process. Basically, guys, my thought process for dungeons is that my first priority is healing. So always want to make sure you're healing. And man, this thing is like, I don't know if you guys see my bar on my party list, but it's like kind of bugging out where it keeps moving the icon without me moving it. So this is me moving it, but then you'll notice that like it's also moving another like shadow indicator on there, which is kind of weird. So I don't know what that is. The only thing I can think of is if someone's taking damage and it's like letting me know who's taking damage, but I don't really know. If anyone knows like why my indicator's doing that, that'd be really helpful to figure out, because yeah, I have no idea. But yeah, guys, I just want to say thanks again so much for the support you guys have been showing me. You know, you guys have been awesome. The channel is growing way more than I could ever imagine, and so I just really appreciate it. I just do it, you know, to help out the healing community and Throne of Liberty, help out you guys. And so if you have any other video ideas that you wanted to, you know, shoot at me and help, something that could be helpful for you. Literally, some of the last couple videos I've done were based off of people making comments of, hey, I think it'd be really helpful if we had an Astrovision one, or you know, a positioning one for guild versus guild. Like, those all came from the community. And so appreciate you guys, you know, giving me all that support, which is really cool. So yeah, guys, AoE, we want all of our AoE spells as possible. He's gonna do his sweep mechanic, which is okay, so we'll be able to get far enough away and then jump over these. And then unfortunately that guy got killed, which, you know, it's gonna happen a lot of the times. Again, it's gonna be you know, people getting hit. I'm always kind of keep an eye on my tank. So I've been experimenting with some of these skills, guys. And the reason why I decided to go Blessed Barrier, which, like, again, I rarely, like, almost never I've gotten bust barrier in a dungeon before, because I feel like it's just not as effective. But I've found it very useful on the boss fight specifically. And I'll typically throw that on my tank or myself during like major wipe mechanics. And these are for more like the higher tiers, so like the tier 3 and up. Because like tier 1 and tier 2, you know, there's not much variance in what happens. You know, basically people are going to, the boss is virtually the same, excuse me, as it was, you know, yeah, it's virtually the same as it was in the 2-star dungeon. So we can, I mean, I have no doubt that we'll be able to clear this one, you know, first time go, which hopefully we're able to do that. I mean, I'd be pretty surprised. Now, it could happen, right? Somebody can make a mistake, including myself. Yeah, guys, so all we want to do, we want to get AoE spells out there as quickly as possible. We want to drop our bullseye out there as we can, or the whatever it's called. I always forget sometimes, the deadly marker. And but yeah, you can see like that on the left side. It's really tripping me out that it's moving all those indicators. I believe, I'm not 100% sure, but I believe that's like, it's showing me like who's taking damage. That has never happened until like today. And so, man, that is really throwing me off of like who I'm actually healing. Like I see like the little, you know, highlighted like kind of purplish behind, like a banner behind the person I'm actually healing. But I don't know if that's showing me like, is that the damage that people are taking? Like, I just don't really know what that means. I guess we'll find out, you know. Or I guess maybe I can jump into the settings and see like, you know, what's the deal with all that. But yeah, guys, as you can see, whenever I'm using flash arrow, I want to make sure that I am, you know, getting all my teammates in there as best as I can. Obviously, we're not going to be able to get everyone, but essentially, we want to make sure to get everyone in there so that we can make it the most effective as possible. But yeah, guys, thanks for coming in, guys, or thanks for coming in and joining the channel. Oh my goodness, does it automatically go? Okay, I was seeing them. Interesting. Is it automatically going to people that are taking damage? That's going to be really weird if that's the case. But it is what it is, right? Get some help from our boy using place salvation as well, which is cool. Yeah, that's going to be really annoying. Like, I've never seen that up until now, where it's like giving people like, it's so weird. That's going to be really weird. I'm going to have to see it in the settings after this, why it's like you guys see that like the yellow bar just keeps moving in and out. It's like, it's genuinely throwing me off because I'm like, wait, why is it dropping to that person and then going up and down? Is it glitched? I don't know, but it's been doing that since like this morning when I jumped on for a little bit. I was like, what is going on? I restarted my game. I know we just got a new update and everything. I don't know if that has anything to do with it. But yeah, that's kind of weird. So yeah, guys, boss fight, pretty simple overall. Not much variance from the 2-star dungeon, but essentially just remember that when it gets 50%, there are 2 geysers that happen. And so for this, right, so as a healer, I want you guys to pay attention to our tank and what happens. We want him to survive everything, right? When it does that 3 fireballs, that's when the tank will get stunned. And so I want you guys to make sure that whenever he does the 3 fireballs on our tank, you have your cleanse ready. And so this is why I'm always, these days, I'm always going to bring cleanse, which again, I never brought cleanse up until these 2-star dungeons and things like that. And so basically, whenever he gets stunned, he essentially loses aggro. And when he loses aggro, then he'll do the mechanic that basically makes us have to dodge roll in order to escape. And so basically you want to make sure you're cleansing that every single time, because if he loses aggro and then we take a lot more damage, we'll do this dodge roll mechanic, which he's going to do that every so often. But if you're able to ensure that he so here it comes, he gets stunned, and then I cleanse instantly so that he can get right back on the boss, because he essentially gets stunned and pushed away. And so that's kind of what we're going to be going for. We want to make sure that we're always dropping that. The fire mechanic is going to be coming soon, so I'm going to preemptively throw my flash wave to make sure that we're all good to go there. But he's taking a lot of damage. But yeah, here we go. So essentially, if flame mechanic comes, I want to make sure I'm taking some of this flame and making sure I clear out as much smoke as I can, as well as making sure the geyser is all good to go. So I'm taking a little bit of heat here, but we'll be fine. I'm not too worried about it. And so basically, we're going to be spamming all of our damage spells if we can. Free fireballs coming. He gets stunned. We unlock that stun. Throw out this too because we don't want to get hit too hard by the fireballs. But hopefully everyone's clearing everything as best as we can. And then again, we want to make sure that he's not taking too much damage here. I got to heal everyone else. Oh, we're taking a lot of heat. So it's all right. I think we'll be able to survive that. And we're going to run over to this one. We're at only 72%, so we don't have to worry about another one coming in, which is nice for now. But so we're a little bit messy right now, but that's okay. He's going to get stunned again, so we want to make sure to unlock that stun, cleanse him so he gets out before the mechanic comes, and then he can get right back into it. So, oh yeah, I did not mean to use that, or I shouldn't have used that, but that's okay. So yeah, I want to look around. Okay, the flower is right behind me, just in case, because we know that the rat mechanic is coming up. Don't want to stand too close, because then, you know, then we can get... Oops, I think I jumped way too early. That's on me. I thought he was coming towards me, and I wanted to make sure to, you know, be okay with that. So, but we're all good. So we're going to run to that flower. Oh, that guy's taking it, so we're just going to run to this one. That's totally fine, too. We want to help our teammates as best as we can. Obviously, we don't want to be the ones dying, but we want to make sure, you know, if that's the one that these guys want to go for, we're going to allow them to have it because we want to help them out. Get stunned, so we cleansed. Easy enough there. And then we're going to be rocking and rolling with that. Yeah, it's been happening to you as well. Yeah, I don't know. Do you think it has to do with... I know I just got a new update. I wonder if that's the problem. Is that maybe it's just like, you know, unless there's an extra setting. I might have to jump... I'm going to have to jump into the settings after this because, like, I mean, that's annoying. Oh, yeah, when he says, I'll fry you, that means fireballs are coming. Looks like our other support guy got hit by... unfortunately, got hit by... 2 of those. We might end up having to reset, unfortunately. It's wait, I have a blue target now. There's a targeting thing. They changed my settings, guys. These are not the settings I had when I was playing this yesterday. Interesting. I'm gonna have to look into that because that's gonna be... Oh, have we not cleared this one yet? Oh, I guess we did a little bit. There we go, we're able to clear that. Remember, the tank always has to maintain aggro if he can. And so this one's gonna be right behind us. Totally fine. We're gonna free these guys from their that hit. And so we're still not at 50% yet, so we don't have to worry about that. Yeah, I don't know what that is. That's the only thing I can think of, is that it's happening because it's letting me know who's taking damage, but then it's not happening right now, so maybe it's a bug. I think it's just a bug. We'll see what happens. All right, so then this next one, guys, remember the wave, or not the wave, that's tier 3. So there's a flower back there, which is going to be really nice. We should be able to stop this, so I'm not too worried about... I don't think we'll have to reset. It's just going to take a little bit longer, which is totally fine. I mean, it is what it is. And so, yeah, we're going to be able to go through that. Yeah, I wonder if there's any solution to that. If you guys find one, let me know, because that is not ideal. So, that's okay, though. We'll work through it. Work through that. And then I think the next one's going to be that fire. He's going to get stunned, so we cleanse, and then we get right back into it. And so I'm going to basically, now there's less of us, so I'm going to be able to hit all of us with the flash wave, which is really nice. Just to preemptively give us those healing. Remember, we get like 13 seconds based off of the skills we were using, which is really nice. And so, yeah, so basically I'm just going to use a lot of these on cooldown. Use that to the shield, because we know that, here we go. Yeah, that was pretty clean there, which is good for us. These are going to hit us, so we always just run to the middle, guys, and we throw down our heal so we can hit as many people in that as possible. And we want our teammates to, you know, essentially get rid of these as quickly as possible, if they can. He's gonna get stunned again, so then we release him from that, throw our wave down, or our invincible wall, so that we gotta clear some more of the smoke too, which will be good. Make sure that this guy doesn't die. And yeah, I'm having a tough time with this clunkiness too, so I see what you're saying. Man, this is annoying. That's okay, we're figuring it out. I'm gonna do this. Remember, it's going to another one, so we go to 1. And we are able to hit that up really quick, so that was really nice. And then we'll go right back up to our tank. If it lets me, there it goes. Man, I see what you mean by the clunkiness. I don't know what is going on, but a lot of that stuff has not been happening to me like prior to this update. That's the only thing I can think of is kind of causing it. But like, it's, yeah, these guys are dead. And so, oops, I used my cleanse way too early. Or I didn't even need to use my cleanse period, but it's okay. We're gonna do the rat mechanic. So yeah, that was really bizarre. I don't know what was going on with that. But these guys that I'm rocking and rolling with, they're doing really well. So I'm glad that these guys are in here helping me out. Or, you know, we're glad that we're able to help them out too with this whole thing. This is a tier 1, guys, so this is, you know, pretty straightforward. And so it's still, you know, you still have to pay attention. But the tier 3, man, that's where everything changes. And then tier 5, or tier 4 and up, that's where it gets really hard too. I mean, so remember, gotta cleanse him from that, which is nice. Nice that we have that ability. And again, guys, I'm bringing damage because I want to ensure that I'm doing as much damage on the boss when people are full health. Yes, I could bring pure heals into this, and that would be helpful for the team. They would survive, but we would have to go through so many more rotations if we didn't have damage on us as well. And so that's kind of why I end up going the damage route. So I just, you know, that's kind of my food for thought on it. Oh man, it is bugging. Look at this. Oh, I can't even target. Oh my goodness. There we go. Man, that's rough. That's rough, guys. But we're figuring it out. We're getting after it. He's gonna get stunned. We're back on our target, so we're gonna make sure we don't die to that. Definitely don't want to die to that. We can help it. Always keep an eye on our tank if we can. Why isn't it targeting? There it goes. Okay. I was gonna be like, what in the world? Going to number 4, so we got to run over there. And then remember, guys, it's another one, so we're gonna make sure we're gonna jump right into that. It's number 1. Go right there. It's nice that these guys pinged these two, which is helpful for us. And then this guy will basically just jump right back in, give these guys healing if we can. This hopefully is the last. I don't know if we'll be able to do enough damage, but we'll see. I have faith in these guys. But again, I'm able to help them with my damage. I'm actually going to save that. I don't want to use that right away. All right, now we can use it. Make sure we get all the healing we can. I don't know why this guy's running away from me, but that's okay. Do the rat mechanic again. So we want to make sure we don't get hit by that, which will be nice. Don't eat me. All right, we're good. We're all good. Nice, and we're able to get that. So this should, hopefully this is the last, like, before the next geyser. We'll see. I mean, there's only 4 of us, you know, and yeah, I'm not going to do a ton of damage, and so, but I do have my time for punishment, which is really helpful. And then I'm also going to drop this as well, cleanse him from that too. Not the best flash wave, but I had to make sure to get that cleanse off of him as well, which is helpful. So yeah, I'm just going to be throwing down pretty much all my damage spells whenever I get them. We should be able to kill him right here, which is really nice. And then, yeah, it should be a wrap on that, right? Yeah, there we go. Very nice. Look at that. We were able to get some... Oh, wait, this was a tier 2. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. I thought we were in a tier 1. That was actually... Yeah, this is a tier... That was a tier 2. Oh, very nice. That's why we got green. I was so confused why we got... We somehow did it because we're awesome. Oh, wow. 20. Oh, I didn't even see that. 28 seconds. 28 seconds time remaining. No way. That's awesome. That's really cool. So, I mean, we've already unlocked the we've already unlocked the tier 4, so we, you know, getting that +2 was really nice because then we get some more runes, which is really helpful. And then we can kind of see, you know, in our inventory what runes did we actually pick up. So yeah, picked up skill damage resistance for the gray, which is awesome. And yes, I drink my this is an iced white chocolate mocha that I made here, and I drink it with a straw. so don't be hating on that. Let's see what we got. Okay, cool. We got some decent stuff. Did we get anything cool? Melee critical hit chance. We don't care about melee critical hit chance. That's okay though. We got some good stuff. So there's some fun stuff. So heavy attack chance, it's not bad at all. So I'm gonna go over to our runes to see if I don't even think I've fully kitted. Oh, I did fully kit that out, which is nice. Do I have a blue one? I don't have a blue one, unfortunately. So we're looking for any sort of blue for a necklace. And so I think that we have these chests that we're able to, you know, pop open. Let me see, where do these chests reside? Is it right here? Is this a rune chest? Rune category selection. Oh man, we got so many of these. Look at that. That's gonna be awesome. So let's see. Let's go for, we're gonna open up, what if I opened up one? So I needed a blue. So blue is defense. I just needed a blue one, right? So I just needed a like singular blue one. Oh, and then it gives me a chest. Okay, and then I open the chest, and you possibly get a reward. So mana regen. Okay, I get. Okay, so that's how that works. Interesting. Yeah, I guess I never really experimented with those chests. I've been kind of saving them because I just didn't really know. And I'm like, well, you guys know how punishing all this is, so I just didn't want to like use it on the wrong one. But hey, oh, does that not work? Oh, it's for a bracelet. Duh, it's for a bracelet. Ah, not a necklace. Oops, didn't mean to take that off. Do we have? Okay, so that's blue. Do we have any blue? Oh, we do have a blue. Nice. Oh no, it's for the support. Oh, I keep getting these runes mixed up, guys. My bad. So yeah, we're that's so funny. But yeah, guys, check this out. I have the excavator mysterious scepter, which I'm super excited about. You know, to give it a shot. I finally got it in the DKP that we have in our guild, which is super nice. We'll see how this works out. It gives us so much more strength, but as you guys can see, it also lowers our wisdom and perception. But if we have more investment in strength, then maybe we can take some of that off. It also gives us max mana, and so as you guys know, every 1,000 mana we get more healing, which is really good. And then it also helps our mana pool. As you guys can see, oops, I don't have it fully traded yet. I have max health and heavy attack chance. And so the next one I'll probably either I'm probably going to do hit chance because I want to make sure to hit those sleeves, tornadoes, flash waves. But let me know what you guys think. If you guys want me to go for the more critical hit chance, I can definitely do that as well. Sorry guys, just gotta stretch my back a little bit. But yeah, so hopefully you guys are doing well. Thanks so much for joining in, guys. We're gonna be doing some of these dimensional dungeons to kind of showcase, you know, how they are, what my thought process is through this. I hope this is helpful, guys. If it's not, if you guys would rather just see like a guide version of it, I know I'm doing like a lot of talking while we're doing these. But yeah, these guys need a healer. 3k is gonna be hard, guys. Like, you'll notice that like some of these, sometimes I won't even like, this is probably not helpful for all the guys out here, but sometimes I personally won't even join these unless it's like 3,500 or higher. It sounds so you know, lame to do that, but I'm telling you, like, you know, when you don't do enough damage to these bosses, and then with that too, if we're doing a tier 3 and they're 3k, I'm not saying that they're newer to the game, but these are a huge time investment. And so I just want you guys to know that if you want to help people out, like, more power to you. I probably will help these guys out if they're needing people. I don't know what these guys mean by full. Maybe he's trying to get a buddy in here or something like that. I don't know. But yeah, how have these dimensional dungeons been going for you guys? I'm curious. Like, have you guys been doing them at all? Have you been kind of focused on arena, PvP, or what have you guys been doing lately? I'm kind of curious to hear you guys, excuse me, thoughts on that. But yeah, so let's see here. So I'm gonna keep refreshing this. Maybe I can jump into a void waste again. Like we'll just jump into, let's see. Jeez. I don't even have the first one unlocked. So no mechanics, 2530. Yeah, I don't know if I'll do that. And guys, again, because like we have such a limited time, you'll notice that sometimes I just don't join them unless like they're at least a higher level, and really just to kind of match more my level, because I just want to play with guys that are around my skill level as well as gear score level too, because as you'll notice, a lot of these dungeons are a lot of kind of like a damage check to see like, okay, are we doing enough damage? Which of the two would you recommend? So this is what I've been hearing, right? What I personally would recommend, and I haven't done it yet because I didn't know this until literally last night. And that is the reason. So if you are trying to farm, like if you're trying to min max and get all of your runes as quickly as possible, 100% do void waste. Don't even waste your time with Island of Terror. I like doing Island of Terror because it's a challenge, right? The thing is, the mechanics in void waste are so much easier for the group as a whole than the Island of Terror. Actually, what I'm gonna do is I'll just post. There's this really good video of if you look at tier 5, he's a new YouTuber just like me. So let's give this guy some credit here. He made a really good tier 5 Island of Terror video for healers specifically, and I just want to give this guy a shout out because like even if you haven't looked at, you know, doing this, just take a look at the mechanics of this. I'm gonna link this YouTube video. So this guy's name is Akina. Let's see. So yeah, let's 100%. Oops, there we go. Gotta mute that. My bad, guys. Yeah, so basically 100% agree with you. You can be in a run of level 3+ for like 2 hours if not enough DPS. Yeah, I mean, you know, I try to be as helpful as I can. As you guys know, like that's just me as a person. I want to help people out. But when you guys, when you're sitting in a dungeon for 2 hours, I'm like a tier like 3, it is brutal, man. Like, and I have been there. I have 100% been there. I've been there with my guild mates. I've been there with randoms, and like it gets to the point when you're like, okay, what am I doing here? You know, like, am I actually being helpful by just rerunning this over and over and over and over and over again? So yeah, like whereas the void waste one, if you look, so this is the YouTube video that I recommend checking out for you know, if you really want to push tier 5 for Island of Terror. But the same guy, he actually did a tier, I believe he did a tier 5 for the void waste one is too. And so I'm just going to share this with you guys as well. And again, what I would do, so that one was Island of Terror. Here is the void waste one. Boom. Okay, so I know it's a little messy there, but that's the one. If you guys just want to see what a tier 5 mechanic looks like, I mean, just look at the difference between a tier 5 Island of Terror versus a tier 5 void waste. I mean, like, if you think like I haven't even done a 5 and I just watched his video, and to see like what an Island of Terror looks like at a tier 5, oh my goodness, guys, like the mechanic difference between like 3 and 5 is vast. I mean, maybe not vast, but if you look at like the coordination that you have to do within your team in order to pull it off is like crazy. I mean, I wouldn't even recommend doing a tier 5 or higher unless you have a group of people where you're like actively communicating. Like doing randoms, it could probably work if everyone knows and they coordinate beforehand, but like that's gonna be a real challenge. So yeah, again, if you guys want to go, these scopes back to the question, which one would I recommend for farming? So like if you want to farm to get your runes, do void waste like all the time. As you guys can see, like when I showed you earlier, like if we just look at all, let's see, oh, looks like they need healers too, which is nice. So yeah, basically like earlier I saw a tier 9. Actually, is it possible to see what the highest yeah, okay. Look at this, guys. Look at this. So we're looking at, yeah, I'm kind of zoomed in here. We're looking at the #1 guy right now. He has only cleared tier 5, and no one else has cleared anything higher on the Island of Terror. So this is like actual physical proof that doing Void Waste is going to be more effective in terms of, you know, getting your runes and things like that. I mean, like the #1 guy, at least, you know, on my server or whatever. And you know, this doesn't really mean much. This just means you're clearing things actively and you're going fast or whatever. But like, this is a testament to how challenging the Island of Terror is. People don't even want to go higher than 5. I mean, like, if we go, you know, like super far down, I don't see anyone above 5, like, which is nuts, right? And so that's a testament to, if you're going to be, you know, farming these, go for Void Waste. JD says, also, if you can play with random do it when you're playing with your guild and they don't know the mechanisms, it can generate arguments or have to stay quiet. And they're, oh, I totally get what you mean. So what he's saying is, appreciate that comment, JD. So he's saying that sometimes it's better to do it with randoms because there could be some arguments or extra drama that gets thrown into the guilds because people don't know the mechanics. And I definitely can see that happening. I won't get into anything with that, but I could definitely see that happening. And doing randoms can be really helpful sometimes. If you're going to do randoms and you're a certain CP, only do that CP if you can. So like, I'm 3,700. Obviously, I'd like to do a 3,700 run, but if you can't do that, look for like 3,500 or higher, 3,400 or higher. Basically, like, you know, the higher you go, the better. Okay, guys. Oh, we got one. Let's see if we can join this guy. So I'm, yeah, he's a 3,600 looking for a healer. Know the mechanics. Oh man, if we don't know the mechanics, guys, will we get kicked? But yeah, has that been your experience, JD, when you've done it with your guild versus when you do it with randoms? Because randoms, yeah, there's a benefit to it. You guys aren't talking. I mean, yeah, you can type to each other, but it's not the same as like jumping in. You know what I mean? So guys, we're gonna do a tier 3. This is where the mechanics change a lot, and so or not a lot. I mean, there's one big mechanic change that happens, and so basically, I'll kind of give you guys my thought process when I'm going through this. It's going to be probably a little bit more focused on my end because there's some things that go crazy here. I don't want to create a toxic community of, you know, quitting, but I will say, guys, if you're trying to like farm these out and get these out as quickly as possible, and you don't hit that first tier within the first 20 minutes, and then you still want to get that next tier of the next 20 minutes, so 40 minutes total to complete these. If it goes beyond that 40-minute, to be honest with you guys, like, unless you just want to finish it out because you just don't want to quit, by all means do it. But honestly, it in my opinion, it's not worth sticking around once you once you hit that 40-minute threshold. Again, that's to each his own. I don't know what you guys think of that. Maybe I'm just a terrible person, but I'm like, I mean, you already spent 40 minutes trying to do one dungeon. Hey, Richard says, hello, what is better for large PvP, endurance or invasion? Yeah, so I appreciate the comment. I believe, yeah, that was your first question too, so I kind of went into it earlier, but I'll briefly go for it again. For large scale PvP, I would always recommend endurance. And the reason why I recommend endurance is because people are going to be doing a ton of damage on you. They're going to be doing all these different crits. You're going to be taking it from so many different people. Endurance is going to serve you better than evasion, and evasion today is pretty good, especially in a small scale arena because of how powerful great swords are. But as we move forward into tier 2 gear, which is going to be months down the road or whatever, there's going to be more hit chance built into the gear pieces, making evasion less viable. So I personally am only going to recommend going endurance for everyone. This is, again, my personal preference, and so take it with a grain of salt, but endurance is going to be the key. Again, with endurance, now we can stack it because we have fortitude. So because we're able to build fortitude, which again, that's a build that I have, I threw it up here as well. We want to do we want to put more into endurance because we can stack endurance now. Hopefully that helps. I did one normal T tour like 3 days ago with my guild, and they didn't know the mechs, and I was yeah, I was like, wait a minute. We were there for like 40 minutes just in boss and couldn't leave. yeah, because it's like you almost, you get to that point of like, you know, you're like, hey guys, like, it's been 40 minutes. Like, can we just call it quits? Like, can we be done with this? But then they're like, oh man, like, you're gonna be that guy. And then there's like continuing drama. Yeah, remember yesterday when JD wanted to leave the, yeah, I totally got it, man. Totally got it. And you know, it could add that, or you know, hopefully you can get everyone on the same page. So now I know if I join them, I'll be there for triple. Yeah, yep. Are you a healer? Are you a healer? Yeah, no problem, Richard. I hope that helped. Let me know if you have questions about it. It's, you know, it's a commitment, and so because endurance, in my opinion, is going to serve you in the long run, that's what I'm going to recommend versus like, I mean, if you have the Lucent and you're able to jump through this and that, I would go melee evasion, range endurance, magic endurance, like those two endurances, and then melee evasion. But if you're looking for longevity and what stacks properly, then I would go with endurance. So hopefully that helps, and I hopefully explain that in a way that made sense. All right, guys, this is a tier 3, guys. I'm super excited about it. Let's get into it. Tier 3, we're jumping in. So guys, a couple things changed about this. You're a healer. Are you a bow 1 healer, staff 1? What are you rocking? I'm curious. Healing is pivotal in these dungeons. Oh, you're 4K? Dude, you're better than me, man. I need to get my grind game on. Like I've not been grinding. I've been trying to, you know, read a lot of stuff and get all the things prepped and things like that. I have zero excuses. I need to do a little bit more grinding because right now I think my PvP, like if I were to pull out my PvP like skills and things like that, I would be right at maybe 38. I can check after this, but 4K, dude, you're rocking and rolling. I can definitely see where the frustration would come when you're playing with guys that don't really understand the mechanics, because as a healer, right, like we're essentially like so pivotal in these dungeons, but you can do all the healing in the world, but if people like get one shot, I mean, feels bad, right? like feels pretty bad. So yeah, we're gonna make sure to heal these guys as you can, or as best as we can. Sometimes that spear icon like throws me off. I think it's like a sword and shield. I'm wearing contacts today too, but I don't know if you guys have that same thing where it's like, oh man, I totally thought that was you know, I thought it was the sword and shield, so sometimes I go over to that. But yeah, we're gonna be popping this and that. So how to block crits when they are coming so fast? Oops, I gotta run over here. I'm throwing. We're good though. We're gonna heal these guys up. I'll get to your question in just a second. So sorry about that. Looks like people are taking a little bit more damage, which is fine. We'll be able to heal it up. I'm really not worried about these guys dying, which is good. Let's this guy. Give everyone these passive heals. We'll be rocking and rolling. So let's see here. Let me make sure to get this guy up. I'll cleanse him too, because you know, you just never know what's going on with people. Sometimes, especially when they're going through that little phase or whatever, you give them bubbles too, because bubbles are always good. Bubbles are our friends. So how do you block crits when they're coming so fast? So are you talking like in a PvP situation? Or are you talking about, you know, in these where the skill checks that the boss does? Is there a build or link I can get? I'm a bow 1 healer too. Absolutely. If you actually scroll up through the chat, I'll send another one. But while I'm doing this dungeon, if you scroll up through the chat, you'll see the current build that I am working on. And also I can showcase the one that I'm rocking right now. That is my max, or sorry, not my max roll, my what is that website? I can't even think of the website off the top of my head. Why am I blanking? Oops, I accidentally jumped down here. That was a throw on my part. Trying to get used to doing all these fun things, which I'll just jump down to this guy anyway. So yeah, so basically that'll showcase the build that I'm currently going for. That includes the runes that I have too, or the runes that I will be going for. Obviously I don't have all the runes, but yeah, so basically hopefully that helps a little bit for you. One bow one. Yeah, totally got it. Oh, that's so you're a bow one. That's awesome, and you're a 4K too, which is awesome. So in general, how do you block them when they're coming in so fast? So basically, yeah. So like we're talking like a boss mechanic, right? Because of how this game is designed, sometimes the boss mechanic, like when it throws the purple indicator out, right? Like that purple indicator sometimes doesn't work, right? It's not as accurate as we'd like to think. And because this game has a desync issue, and this is a known thing. So this is like, this isn't just me like saying, oh, this is like, I'm complaining about this. No, there's an actual like desyncing thing that the community has noticed is a problem, right? And so basically, oh, I didn't even realize one of my guildmates is in here too, which is cool. But yeah, oh, the wave. Oh, the wave came out of nowhere. Oh, man, yeah, because they're doing the boss. That's funny. Well, that's... Yeah, quest log. Thank you. Yeah. Oh, you got it. Nice. I'm glad you got it. Yeah, so, basically... Man, our teammates are so split up right now. It's, like, crazy. So... This is gonna be funny. So basically, all that to say, there's a desync issue, right? And so whenever you see the purple indicator, this is kind of what I recommend to people. And this is literally what I do myself. I actually will pull my dodge, or I'll use my dodge a lot quicker. Oh my goodness, these fire waves almost killed me again. Whew, that was close. That was close. Oh man. Oh, someone's... Looks like someone's at the door. Hang on 1 second, guys. I might have to drop the camera for just a second. But yeah, we'll be good. I think we'll be rock and roll. But yeah, guys, so there's a desyncing thing that happens every once in a while. And essentially, when that desync happens, it'll happen right when these boss mechanics take place, which feels really bad. And basically, I will always try to use my dodge ability like just a little bit before you would think you would need to do it, or what you should be able to do it. So really, it's not you all the time. So like some people will be like, oh, I'm just bad. It's really not. Like, to be honest, it is a game thing, known game thing, where the desync affects your dodge. So that was my bad. That was a lot of talking about the dodge roll, but that's because my teammates were split up. Dog was barking. Maybe you guys heard him. That's my buddy. I have a golden retriever. I wonder if you guys have any pets too, but he's awesome. Defending the household, which is great. So yeah, hopefully that helped you guys, or it made it worse. I don't know. But yeah, so 4K gear score. That's what I'm aiming for. I would love to get above 4K. That'd be awesome. Yeah. So the crit. Now, you're saying, okay, so I was just talking about like actually dodging like a heavy attack or like a critical attack that's from like the boss and things like that. There's no way to dodge critical hits. So like, say someone has a crit, right? They have high crit chance and they're gonna hit that. What endurance does, it reduces the damage that you're received by a crit. So you're still going to take critical hit damage, but endurance kind of mitigates that critical hit damage, if that makes sense. But the desync 100% attacks whether or not you're dodging something. Yeah, like that is a fact for sure. So hopefully that helps. Hopefully that helps answer your question there. Sorry, I misunderstood it, or I misread it, which is on me. All right, we should be good. Rocking and rolling with these. What is desync? So, do you know how, like, maybe I can just, like, try to do it against one of these walls. You know, like, when you jump up and down, you're trying to go through the terrain, and your guy makes it look like he's jumping up like a rock, but in reality, he's actually, like, he falls backwards. You know, do you know what I mean? Like when I say that, like when basically you are, oh, I gotta throw this on for these guys. There we go. Yeah, so basically like a desync is like you're running forward, right? You're having a good time, and then all of a sudden your guy jumps backwards and then you're running forward again. That's a desync. So basically, like, your game is like desyncing with like the connection to the server. So basically, like, it has nothing. Well, I mean, yeah, if you have really bad internet, you're gonna get a lot of desyncing issues. But say you have solid internet and everything's normal in any other game, and then you jump in this game and you're like, wait, why is my guy glitching up and down trying to get up a rock? That's what that means. I hope that helps. Okay, all good, thanks. Yeah, no worries, dude. Dude, there's a lot in this game. There's a lot of, like, you know, things to think about. And so I'm gonna say hi to my buddy right here, if he knows him. Yeah, that's one of the guys in my guild. So yeah, all right, guys, this is where I gotta lock in, unfortunately. I mean, not unfortunately, but essentially we want to keep an eye on our tank, guys. This is gonna be really important. There's a lot of different changes in this. Remember that our tank is going to be getting stunned after this triple fireball, so we want to make sure to heal him, right? And this is where the mechanic is going to change as well for being able to visually see these skill checks. So rat mechanic is going to come first, I believe. So we got to make sure that we're rocking and rolling with this, if we're on the money, right? Because tank and the healer are the most important, right? You can survive without 1 or 2 DPS. You cannot survive without a tank or a healer. So I just want you guys to note that you are the most important. So you and the tank. So if you have a choice between keeping your tank up or keeping one of your DPS, choose your tank 100% of the time. Choose it 100% of the time, because we want to make sure that you know, we're keeping him up. So he's taking a lot of damage. He's gonna get that triple fire coming down here in a second, and then we're gonna be able to get him out of that stun, which is good. This one's a little bit a longer queue, so we got to heal our teammates up if we can. Fireball should be coming next, so I'm gonna get ready to hit my my invincible wall, which is really good, and hopefully he doesn't die here. Yeah, he'll be fine. So I'll throw my invincible wall down, get that shield. All right, we got to run into some fire. We didn't get any of the fire, so we got to get the fire buff on us. However, I want to keep my tanks, got to stay in the middle here if he can. That's all right, we're good. Sometimes I just got to ignore the what we're actually doing to heal our teammates, because essentially you want your tank to be in the middle of the map if possible, because he's going to be getting, you know, those yeah, he's going to be taking a lot of different damage from different places. We want to make sure to clear this one out a little bit, so we're just going to run through the smoke here to help our teammates out. He's going to get that stun on him again. Look, watch the 3, and then we cleanse that, which is good. And then now we're going to have to look for I'm going to heal these guys. Big heal, big heal. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Oh no! Oh no! Oh man. All right, so here's what happened. Do you guys know why I just died there? It's not a glitch. These guys are saying it's a glitch. It's not a glitch. What happens is you have to clear enough smoke. So I have a keyboard that I use to type. Let me type to these guys real quick, so I can get them to be like, hey, it's not a glitch. You gotta clear smoke. Oh wait, shoot. Oh, it's not working. Okay. Clear more smoke, not a glitch. I spelled that horrible. Smokel. It's not a glitch, guys. We have to clear more smoke. So basically, like, maybe that was my fault because I went to go heal our teammates. This is tier 3. So if you look on the top right of the screen, you'll see the tier 3. And yeah, we're in a tier 3 Island of Terror, and this is where the mechanics change a little bit. And so what happens is at about 50%, he'll do this mechanic. It's a fire wave mechanic. I don't know if you guys have done the tier 3s yet. We didn't even get to showcase it because we died, unfortunately. Is there an easier way for marks? Not sure. But these guys are marking these, so that's fine. So if you guys look at the time, 6 minutes 40 seconds. Unless we have a flawless run right now, which I don't think we will have, to be honest. We're gonna do the best we can. I'm just realistic on this. You can kind of see typically what I've seen is that a solid run is like anywhere from 6 to 7 minutes. Like perfect run if you got pretty solid DPS, people are hitting all the mechanics and things like that. It takes about 6 to 7 minutes. If you have a really strong DPS, really powerful, then they're gonna obviously do it a little bit quicker. But I gotta heal these guys up, make sure we're good. Gotta get our rat mechanic down, so basically just don't stay too far, not too far away, not too close. You can come right to me, it's totally fine. Now I gotta look for my flower, which I'll be going for that one, which should be good. What do you think is glitch when it didn't clear the geysers? Yeah, so this is really what can happen. If you don't clear every single puff of smoke on the, like even if there's one puff of smoke, you will not be able to see the geyser. And so like, you have to be sure to like fully clear it. And that's like intentional, like that's just what the mechanic is. But also there's a ton of smoke on the field. And if you don't clear enough smoke of that, then you won't see the geyser. And that's just like a thing. Like that's just what I think that's just what the mechanic is. And so yeah, just know like, hey, even if we're just running around, we're trying to get all of these cleared, right? We have to make sure to clear everything within there, but then we also want to clear as much smoke as possible too. And that'll alleviate the pressure, if that makes sense. So it's tough though. I mean, there's a lot going on here. And as we get up to tier 5, even more fun stuff happens, which I would really like to try tier 5, to be honest. I'd really like to get there. It's hard though. I mean, there's a lot going on, and so we got to make sure to clear all these. I don't even know if that puff of smoke will be. We lost 2 of our teammates, unfortunately. That's okay. But I think, well, it's not okay. It's gonna be tough. All right, I hear it. I hear it right here. There we go. Boom. So we made it that time. Cleared enough smoke. Unfortunately, we lost 2 people, which is just, you know, nature of the beast. I think, you know, I was able to beat, I think, yeah, earlier I was able to beat one before, or with 4 people. That was also a tier 1. We beat it within the time. So this is going to be very slow. Yeah, you think this run is doomed? Should I just call for a reset, you think? Oh, here's the mechanic. So everyone get close to me. We want to focus on the tank, right? And we just jump. We just jump through these guys. It seems like it's really complex, but it's really not that bad. Is one going to come behind me? Oh, did someone die? Oh, no. All right, the run is doomed. The run is doomed. Oh, man. Yeah, so... Oh, man. Wasn't expecting that. Oh, he wasn't expecting that. Do you guys think he knows the mechanics? If he says he wasn't expecting that, do you think he knows the mechanics? I'm curious. That's okay. Oh man, my best run was 1424 for the whole dungeon. Oh my goodness. You went, oh yeah, I guess 4K and above. Man, you're getting crazy strong damage out there. I want to be in your run, dude. I want to be in your run. I want to be able to clear run in 5 minutes. Oh my gosh. That would be awesome. This is gonna be rough, guys. Oh wait, what? I hit the dodge. No, maybe I didn't. I probably was bad there. Not the first one I missed, but I like to make sure I'm trying to hit all these as best as I can too, because I never want to be like the reason why we wipe. You know, it kind of feels bad when the healer dies, but it happens though. And if it happens to you, it's just gonna happen. So, which it is what it is. But yeah, if we lock in here, don't take my flower. Thank you. Without watching videos or reading anything. Jeez, that's awesome. Was that a tier? What tier was that? Is that a tier 3? That'd be nuts. That was tier 3. Tier 5? Or tier 1? Boom. All right, we're rocking and rolling. Yeah, for this one, like, I haven't watched a video. The only one I watched a video for was that tier 5, because I was just, like, curious. I was like, what is, like, the difference between, you know, like a tier 3 and tier 4 or 5 or whatever. And man, like just watching the mechanic in a tier 5, it just like, it's just so interesting to me. Like it's I think it's kind of funny because I'm like, you got to be kidding me. You're saying that I got to do this with, I mean, with random people? Okay, we're gonna rock and roll with it. But we're good. We're gonna get one more flame wave. I'm gonna try to hold this out. Boom, now we get passive healing for our team, which is really nice. We gotta clear more smoke. Clear smoke, clear smoke. Even if we have one puff, remember, if we have one puff, that's not what we want. He's gonna get stunned here. We wanna make sure to always block that stun. I have no stamina, not good. Going to number 1. Boom, where is it? Okay, still at 65, so we don't have to worry about the second one coming yet. Remember, guys, when it hits about, what is it, 50%, that's when we really got to look out for the new mechanic of the, I'm gonna save my flash wave. A couple reasons why, because that mechanic is gonna come up, and I want to save all my major cooldowns for it. Here it comes, so we want to drop the flame wave right away. Keep eyes on the tank, guys. Keep eyes on the tank. Oops, I messed that up. That's fine. I was popping this. Wow, I messed up really bad. We're good, though. We cleanse his stun, and then we're able to do it. Nice. We lost one. But I think that's because they missed the mechanic, which happens. But yeah, I think we hit that pretty well. It was a little rough for me because I hit my invincible wall a little bit too late. I should have pulled that invincible wall early, and then I wouldn't have been hit by those 2 waves. And sometimes you just get like stun locked by the waves, and that just is what it is. But I thought that was pretty solid. We only lost 1. We want to keep an eye on the tank there because he still can get stunned, guys. And that's where a lot of people go wrong. Like a lot of healers, they don't realize, like they're so focused on healing themselves and making sure that like everyone's health bar is alive, that they don't notice that the tank is actually stunned, and then it gets him killed. So be sure to make sure to do that, or to note that when you're going through these tier 3, which are a lot of fun. I do like doing them, but I also hate doing them. It's because it's like, oh my gosh, like it's really sad. Oh my, everyone's taking damage. Gotta heal that guy up. Boom. Okay, we're good. That was close. That was like way too close for comfort. I'm gonna give this guy early. We gotta clear that one over off to the right here. What do you do when the tank is stunned? So you see how I have that cleanse? It's on my right bar. Every time that, oops, I messed that up right there, which is my bad. But yeah, so basically every time the tank is stunned, every time you want to make sure, oh wow, oh, we're just doomed. We're doomed, guys. We didn't clear these ones back here. All right, we're just gonna have to let it go. So yeah, you see the cleanse. When I say cleanse, I'm just gonna die, so it's fine. Oh wow, and of course it kicks me out of that. Yeah, so basically this is our cleanse, purifying touch. So like as a healer in these dungeons, make sure you have that, because when they get stunned and pushed back. When they get pushed back, that means they lose aggro on the boss, which then procs that that square one. But the square one's gonna come up. So just because, like, excuse me, just because you hit or you free him from the stun throughout the dungeon, he's gonna do that square one. So don't think you messed up. But there's a specific one where he throws 3 fireballs, and then that's what stuns him. And if he loses aggro off of that stun, then, so right now he gets stunned, so I cleanse. And then if I didn't cleanse right there, he would do this one, and then he would do one other one. I missed that because I was I talk with my hands a lot. That's my bad. But yeah, so that square one, that's gonna come up regardless of what you do, but it will come up if you don't free him from that stun, if that makes sense. Hopefully that helps. My run, oh, hang on, I'll look at your thing in a second. So I don't get eaten by a rat. That would be embarrassing for me. But just for me, though. My run was only tier 1. I'm only doing tier 1 until I get my runes to 20. Absolutely. I mean, honestly, like, that's the way to do it. You want to get your gray ones to level 20, and then your green one's to level 40, right? And then your, or is it level 20 or 40? And then your what is it? And then your blue one's to 60. I know that one's 60. So he gets stunned. Boom, I freed him from that stun, which is nice. And he's still taking damage because he missed the skill check, but that happens. It is what it is. We're gonna blast these guys early because we're gonna get the fire bomb in a second. So I'm gonna hold it as long as possible. Boom, now we get the fire wave. After that one should be. Man, this guy's not hitting his skill checks. Woo, he's not hitting his skill checks. That's okay. We can only do the best we can, right? With what we got. 20, 40, 60. Yeah. Thank you so much for putting that. Really helpful. Yeah, I'm gonna be that guy. If we don't if we don't get this, guys, I might have to end up leaving these guys, unfortunately. Yeah, tier one is the move. I mean, or not tier one. I'm sorry. You know, making sure that you get all of the grays first. Is he gonna get stunned here? No, we're good. So now he's gonna do that, which we'll be prepared for. Oh, I should have saved that. Oh, that's fine, actually. We're not at 50%, so we don't have to worry about a second geyser, which is really nice. Get on the ground right away, and then hopefully he's able to capitalize on that. So, guys, I'm going to start saving some of my big cooldowns here for the next engagement, which is basically... yeah, we don't want him to die, though. Oh, here it is. So I'm going to throw this down. And I'm gonna throw my invincible wall early. It's gonna come from behind him, so we jump, and then we're gonna go into it again. Guys, watch the tank, watch the tank, watch the tank. He's gonna take those 3 fireballs right now. He gets stunned. We gotta cleanse him through that. He gets free. We're able to heal through it. Oh, let's go. Okay, that was big. That was big on. So I'm not gonna lie, guys. I normally don't do this, but like, we would not have survived there if I didn't pop all my heals. Like, I don't want to gloat or anything like that, but if we didn't do what we did, cleanse him right before that jump, 100% we would have wiped. Like, there's like no close. Oh man, did we just deal? Okay, good. He's got another one. Good. Nice. We're good. We're rocking, guys. We're rocking and rolling. We don't want these guys to die though. Next one should be the fire mechanic here. He's gonna get stunned again. We want to make sure to cleanse him through that. Yeah, so when I say cleanse, I say that because that's like other MMOs. I think WoW says cleanse or whatever. This game is Purifying Touch, so I'll try to use Purifying Touch more. But yeah, the Purifying Touch is the one that heals you up, so that's good. So boom, we're gonna throw that invincible wall. It's always really good to use right as we're gonna take the fire waves. This is actually a pretty solid one so far. I'm having a little bit more faith in what's going on, so when everyone gets back, we want to make sure to throw this in the middle so that everyone knows, hey, I'm gonna go to that spot. I'm always locked and loaded on my tank, guys. Always locked and loaded on him. We do not want him to die. He's gonna take 3 fireballs. He gets stunned. We cleanse that stun. Use invincible wall so that it'll help our teammates out a little bit more. Don't want our buddy to die here. Be able to clear that. I'm gonna try to help these guys out if I can. Oh no! Oh no! I think we just lose, right? Did we just lose? We gotta go for a second one to 3. Did we just lose? No, we can win this, right? We can win this. We got the tank. Yeah, we'll be fine, right? Is the run ruined, guys? I think we're good. I think we're good. I think we can still beat it. I don't know though. This is gonna be tough. We lost 2 off the rip there. We're gonna try. Here we go. Throw a flash wave. Drop the invisible wall. Put a shield on him too. We do not want the tank guy to die. We want to pay attention to the tank. Pay attention to the tank. Pay attention to the tank. And I get hit. It's fine. He's gonna get stunned. We cleanse him through that so he can jump over. We should be good. He misses that. I missed it too because I was trying to heal him. And we're good. Just like that. Oh, we turn into rats. That's okay. Boom. We're still good, guys. Pay attention to the tank. Pay attention to the tank. Make sure, obviously, you're surviving too. Yeah, I guess we. Oh wait, did we lose another? There's 3 of us. Oh, I thought there was 4. Oh my goodness, good call. I didn't even see that. That's funny. I mean, it's not funny. It feels bad, but don't die on me, buddy. I got you. I'm gonna try. We're gonna try our best to clear this. We have to clear this through here. Yeah, it's gonna take a minute, but do you think we'll get it in the time though? Like, it would probably, yeah, honestly at this point, there's no way we'd be able to reset. We'd have to just stay with what we're doing right now. That would be my take on it. Good call though. Man, this guy's just missing skill checks. It's gonna be challenging. There's 3 of us. We just have to be like really quick about it. So hopefully I just preemptively cleared stuff, but maybe it didn't even clear. Oh, what am I doing clearing a flower? I am not on my game. Not on my game. You don't want to clear flowers. Maybe you do. It's just not as priority. That's okay. We want to keep doing as much damage as possible. Once he does this little skill check thing, then we'll clear him out of that. And then now I want to heal him, heal everyone. I got to run through all of this fun stuff. Clear as much smoke as we can. Clear as much smoke everywhere. Oh, I took the heat on that one. Did I just die? Wait, no. He's got to get close to it. He lost aggro. He lost aggro. I couldn't heal it. Oh. Yeah, so if you're a tank, guys, this happens. If you're a tank, make sure you can go clear stuff with the fire, but you have to run right back to the boss to make sure we get aggro. So that's okay, though. That's okay. Oh, man. Glitchy. It's so did they start it? Okay, I was like, what? Oh man, guys, this is draining. Yeah, honestly, the time is useless. Yeah. Oh my goodness, I don't know if I can do this. He wants to expel, guys, this is the drama. Hafu is in my guild. He's in my guild and they want to expel him. I mean, he has died a few times, but he's my guildmate. You can't go back on your guildmate. The vote has been rejected, guys. Even though it's my buddy, and we look out for our guildmates. Oh, by the way, guys, I forgot to mention, if you guys are on NA East, you're on the Desire server, we are recruiting healers, guys. Healers. So if you're a healer and you're above 3K, I'm gonna throw this out there, we are recruiting. And if you come in, there's like an incentive for us, or for me, to get like DKP. I'm telling you guys, if you guys join off of me asking you, I will get you DKP for joining the guild right away. You can take the DKP that I would have gotten, and I'm giving that to you guys if you guys want to join the guild. We are looking for healers. We are so this guild specifically is semi-hardcore. I don't want to say semi-casual, semi-hardcore. So what do I mean by that? We attend every single, like, event. Come over here, buddy. Oh, you're good. We attend every single PvP event. We do all the stuff. We have a really active Discord. Everything's very organized. Our leaders, or our advisor, is very organized. So shout out to Princess Elba. She's our advisor. She does tons of work for the guild in there. So if you guys want to join over, oh yeah, you're an EU player. Oh no, dude, I would have loved to have you. Seriously, we have. So there's only a few healers total in our guild. And for me, like, you guys know me. I mean, I do try really hard in arena, and I try really hard in PvP, and get some good results, right? And so, like, for me personally, like, I would, it sounds weird, but it's like, sure, I would like to be in a really hardcore competitive guild, like, where they're, like, everyone is, like, equally skilled, like, they all have the gear, they all have this and that, cool. But for me, I've been really enjoying kind of the more, like, casual, like, I don't want to say casual because like everyone is super active, right? This is my fault. I didn't cleanse him because I'm talking. So you see what happens? I didn't cleanse him, and this is exactly what happens. And so I gotta cleanse everyone now. So we're good. So yeah, basically, if you don't cleanse that guy, the tank, that mechanic will happen, and then everyone will get that slow debuff. So that was 100% on me. I should have been paying attention. That's my fault. But we're gonna cleanse him this time, so don't even worry about it. But yeah, I love that. By the way, can I see your attributes? Absolutely. I almost looked away and this guy almost died again. All right, everyone get close. Get close. Get the tank up. All right, we're looking at the tank, guys. Looking at the tank. Looking at the tank. So we always want to make sure the tank is all healthy. Coming to our right. It's going to come wherever after that. He's going to get stunned. I don't care if I took damage. What? I cleansed him. There's no way. I cleansed him. Did I cleanse too early? We survived. at the end of the day, we survived. Oh man, guild reward. You're covering up the boss. I don't want to die. We're going in there. All right, man. That was actually a lot. It's a lot sketchier than I thought it was gonna be. Oh my goodness. Make sure, dude, you gotta hit your skill checks, brother. You can dive into them. By the way, you can dive into the boss, still maintain aggro. That's okay though. We're all learning. It's not okay if we. This will be the last run for this, guys. We've been at it for too long. I don't want to do a 2-hour run. I don't want to do it. This is a lot of fun. Appreciate you guys hanging out. All right, we're doing 3. We're getting on 3 right now. I gotta look at my teammates. They're taking a lot of heat everywhere. So we're just gonna make sure 3. What? Man. I'm gonna just say I'm bad. That was my fault. Yeah, I thought I cleared that. I thought I was running through it enough. Guess not. That's okay. Give these guys more healing for when that comes. He's gonna get stunned one more time. Boom, we get him out of that. Give everyone invincible wall, which is good. We got to make sure this is all solid. I'm going to try to clear even more smoke. Got to save some. What? No. Boom, I got to heal these guys. They're taking heat, so we got to go to number 1. Remember, there's 2 this time, so we got to make sure to watch out for the second geyser. We're looking at, it is number 3, which is good. We're rocking and rolling. And then now we dive right in. Make sure eyes are on the tank. Oh, yes. There we go. Nice. All right, this, not too bad, right? This is probably our best run so far. What do you guys think? Yeah, I think this is our best run so far. I got to give them this. Here it comes again. Everyone in the middle. Get the eyes on the tank. Throw invincible wall. It's going to come behind him at first. We're good, though. We're solid. Don't even worry about it. He's gonna get stunned. We gotta cleanse him out of the sun. Cleansed. No! Oh! Oh! Oh no! Oh! I'm throwing, guys. I'm throwing. I'm throwing. Oh! I'm throwing. Was that my first? That was my first death. Oh no. I'm just gonna leave. I can't do it, boys. I'm sorry, boys. Good luck. Sorry, boys. Good luck. Oh, man. Guys. We just... Did we waste... No, we didn't waste 40 minutes. But we learned a lot. I messed up. What? Did I mess up one time? YouTube looks scuffed. I don't know if this is only me, but I like streams on Twitch so much better. YouTube seems scuffed. Yeah, what? Do you mind talking me through that? What's kind of scuffed about it? Because basically, yeah, because I did a poll, and the poll ended saying that almost it was like 80 something percent of people that watch my YouTube wanted YouTube. And so I'd like to, you know, go to wherever. Maybe I'll do multi-streaming. Would that be helpful if I did streaming on Twitch and I did streaming on YouTube? So whatever platform you would like to do, then you can kind of jump through those. Would that be helpful? Because I know they have plugins and stuff to help like manage the chat and things like that. I'm gonna see here. I'll show you guys my build too. The chat looks very ugly and it's harder to find the stream. Oh yeah, no, you're not wrong about finding streams. I mean, you're like diving in a needle of haystacks, or excuse me, you're diving in a sack of needles to find one needle. That's what you're doing on YouTube. But doing multi-stream is very draining. Yeah, it could be draining. Yeah, you're right, but it'd probably be more draining on my PC than me. Because I have a really, you guys, if you're not aware, I have like a laptop. It's not even a gaming laptop. It's like some office laptop that I got like 7 or 8 years ago. And that's what I use to make my videos. And that's our job. Sometimes we put too much attention saving tank and DPS that we forget about ourselves, but they will never know our effort. Dude, JD, can I plaque what you just said? I'm gonna put a plaque right here, and I'm literally going to mark your quote. You said it, man. I don't even have words. I'm just thinking about that. Oh, thanks, dude. Very happy vibe. Yeah, you're very happy person. Yeah, appreciate that. Actually, like, you know, this is back in the day when I was younger. My parents, they would always call me happy guy because no matter what, I would always be smiling, even as like a 4 or 5 year old. So it's just carried on, man. I'm glad, you know, that makes me even more happy that you guys are getting those vibes, because this is the type of energy that I want to bring to the healing community. Because what I experience, and maybe this is not true for you guys, but what I see is there's so much toxicity towards healers, and it pushes us out. Like who wants to be in a dungeon or a PvP situation and everyone is just getting on the healer? Oh, heal me. Oh, why didn't you heal me? Why didn't you do this? Why didn't you you know, do this and that, right? And it's like, bro, do you see how much we have to manage? Do you see what healers experience? We have to heal 6 people, including ourselves. And if we mess up, the raid is over. Whereas the DPS, right? Like, I don't want to hate on DPS. We need DPS. They need to be really strong. I love it. But if you saw it, like, we had 3 DPS die, and we were still rocking and rolling. But if a healer dies, a tank dies, it's GG, boys. It's GG. Yeah, no, I appreciate that. No, seriously, like, yeah, my mom, she still tells me this to this day. She's like, yeah, when you were born, you're smiling all the time. I guess I was a decent sleeper too, which is awesome. And then throughout my childhood, just smiling all the time. And, you know, even when I go around to work or whatever, this and that, like, I'm always smiling because, you know, you never know. This is my thing. This might get a little bit deep, but you never know how much of a difference a smile could be in someone who hasn't seen a smile all day, right? So if you're walking around and you know, it seems uncomfortable, just smile at someone and say hi. The fact that you smile and say hi just like instantly changes someone's attitude towards whatever's going on. Not always. I don't want to, you know, speak fairy dust over here. But yeah, for real, I'm a healer as well. People are flaming me so hard in dungeons when I'm literally doing all the mechanics alone. Yeah, like, dude, you can't mess up, right? The pressure is on. So that's why I want to create a good, you know, I'm trying to help out the healer community to, you know, get us more motivated, because guess what? We know we know what we did. We know that we did well, that we were healing everyone. I mean, if you look at like I'm just gonna go to my record, right? Again, not to gloat, but to showcase, you know, 200,000 healing on average. It looks like, you know, yeah, sure, 99, but 321 here. We would not be able to do some of the stuff if our healers weren't out there putting in the work. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah. So getting ahead of myself. So you guys wanted to see my build. So yeah, guys, the build that I'm running, so again, I'm on controller, guys, so I don't do anything crazy. I will say though, okay, actually, let me answer this question. So someone had a question about how I actually heal on controller, because I'm able to cycle through. So I'm going to show you guys. This is like so scuffed right now. I'm trying to show you, but this is literally what I do with my hands when I'm healing people in dungeons. So I don't know if this is what you guys do. So basically when I heal people, guys, I'm like not kidding you. I move my stick around with my pointer finger, and then I heal up and down with my D-pad that way. So I'm literally running and healing with my pointer finger on the joystick. So that's what I do. Someone asked me in the comments, and like people were theorizing. That's literally what I do. I literally have my pointer finger, and that's how I do it. I feel like, oh yeah, wait, I gotta jump up. And not just heal 6 people, but also keeping all the boss mechanics perfect, knowing how to handle all your abilities, because if you misuse one ability, that can make a huge difference. And you guys saw it, because I missed my cleanse that one time. That one time I missed my cleanse. And then it was all over. Or not all over, but then we have to recover a lot more. Yeah, and Cliff says, I feel like YouTube streaming is experienced more towards people viewing on their phone. Since you're on PC, it looks really weird. So is it, I'm wondering if it's showing like it shows on here. So so for me, it shows like the YouTube video or like the stream, and then it has the chat off to the side. Whereas normally on Twitch, the screen is there with my face or whatever, and then we have the chat within the game. I guess, like, is that how it looks? I guess I should look at how it looks for you guys. So then I can better cater that. I talk with my hands a lot, guys. I don't know if you noticed that. But I do that. I even when I'm making these videos, guys, when I'm like my last video that I made for Astrovision, I was like talking with my hands and like no one was there. Let's see. Like I can't full screen and I have chat on the right. Oh, that is, wait, you, oh, so you, okay, so when you do put it full screen, the chat disappears. Is that correct? Because I can full screen as well, but then the chat disappears. Is that what happens to you? I actually don't know. Maybe I should multi-stream. I'm gonna multi-stream. Right, we're deciding it today. I'm gonna figure that out. Hopefully my 1970 computer can handle the heat of multi-streaming. On Twitch, you have the bar on the right, but it also uses the whole screen opposed to YouTube. Yes. Okay. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do it for you and for everyone else. The chat goes away. Yeah, that is not cool if the chat goes away, because we want to be able to see what everyone's talking about, and we want to see the gameplay. Thanks for telling me that. I'm gonna start multi-streaming. That is the solution that I'm just deciding today. Okay, what am I doing? Skills. Okay, so I just want to show you guys. This is if I have all the best skills that I have plus my gear. So this is my arena PvP. I'm at 38-12. So this is my arena setup. Literally everything I got here. That's for arena, and we'll play some arena. And then also, so this is all the gear I have. This is my stats, and then these are the skills that I have for PvP arena specifically. I changed these out for guild versus guild, so I just want you guys to know that too. And then let's see here. So, but you guys were asking, what is my 2-star? Oh, so I have a 2-star build, but I've changed it, excuse me, specifically for doing these dimensional dungeons. Can I get a build review? Absolutely. Do you want to how do you want to send it to me? Discord, probably. Discord would probably make sense. Or unless you're okay with linking it to everyone here too. But if you want to do Discord, How do I'm so bad at this stuff, guys. You're gonna have to teach me. But we're learning. So let's see. I need to make like a, yeah, I need to make a separate one. Let's see here. Makes sense. Yeah. Discord for sure. Let's see here. I'm gonna send my Discord username to you all. So that if you want to add it, add me up, then you can send me that. Just put in your thing, your name, and then I don't know, I don't really care, bro, whatever's easier for you. Yeah, just do Discord's fine, then I can take a look at it. Then you don't have to advertise it to the world. He wasn't tanky enough. Who, me or the tank? So this is my Discord, the.jirachi, and then that probably didn't help at all. Wonder if you can find me. Tell me if you can find me. I think that works, right? And then PM me, send me your name, and then a build review. I would love to do a build review and help you out. If you could give me like a 1 or 2 sentence thing of what you're trying to achieve with that. So say, hey, I have these build pieces. You don't need to go to every single build piece, but do something like, hey, or I guess I could just take a look at it, but we'll get into it. Yeah. Yeah, let's do a build review. Absolutely, we're gonna do a build review.
Nothing here is useless.
Then we can talk about it, and then we'll get into some PvP, guys. So we're helping out the community, guys. If you guys have any more questions about anything, let me know. Let's see, I'm gonna do this. Boom. Boom, there we go. Added you up. Sweet. Yeah, so if you don't mind sending me the link to the build, if it's on quest log or wherever, I can take a look at it. We'll definitely talk about that right now real quick. We'll get into it. I'll do the best I can. I probably won't spend like 20, 30, 40 minutes on it, but I'll give you like a quick overview, because I'll be able to look at it right now and be able to tell you, hey, this is what's good, maybe you should work on this, why did you do that, and then we can go through that. Yeah, that's awesome. I'd love to do that. And then for future too, if you ever find another build, or you're ever working on something that you need help with, feel free to send me another PM. Just say, hey, here's the build, if you don't mind taking a look at it, and then tell me like a 1 or 2 sentence of like what your thought process is. Okay, here's what I changed, but I'm thinking I want more mana cost efficiency versus buff duration, blah, blah, blah. You know, something like that. Then that'll help me out and be like, okay, I see where he's going with that. So that I can help you make the best build possible. Because ultimately, guys, like, for me personally, like, I'm just trying to, like, I like making builds. Yeah, the goal of this build is survive engages from the daggers and also survive both melee and range characters. That is perfect. That is exactly what I need. Okay. You're doing both melee and range. Yeah, you want to survive that. So yeah, we'll go check out that quest log. I'm gonna throw it up here on the stream so you guys can walk through it. Are you okay if I showcase this before I do it? Taking some sips of my coffee, which is nice. I just want to make sure before I take a look at it. 100%, absolutely. Okay, sweet. Well, with that, let's jump into it. So let's see what I can do here. We'll do the recording there. Boom. Yeah, the tank, right? Yeah, the tank. Yeah, he was taking hits. I feel like not only was he like not 100% tanky, but he also like wasn't hitting the skill checks like ever. Like I don't like, I don't know if you noticed that. It was, you know what I'll attribute to? It was probably fatigue. I mean, tanking for 40 minutes. Ooh, that's a feat. Just like healing for 40 minutes. Jeez, man. It feels like more than 40 minutes. Okay, guys, so we got this build. We're taking a look at it. Ooh, this build looks familiar. Or some of the stuff looks really good. Okay. What do we got here? So it looks like we're building dexterity. Oh, you got the excavator one, which is awesome. Let's take a look at what you got. Okay, so right off the gate, let me look at your stats as I'm going into this. Your max health is awesome. I mean, 19k. You're almost at 20. That's huge survivability. I love that. I hate how this thing is like. Okay, there we go. Okay, so range endurance, melee endurance. Okay. I'm assuming because your range endurance that you probably built melee evasion just based off of that, right? I'm just going to be taking a look at this real quick. Yeah, okay, so you're building more of an evasion, which is big. Ranged defense, great. Let's see. Okay. And a cost efficiency, got it. Skill healing, is that all right? I'm just doing a quick overview of it if you don't mind looking at it, and then I'll kind of walk through what I'm thinking. Dude, you've built a tank, man. This is awesome. This is awesome. You're gonna survive a lot. Okay, so basically, right out of the gate, I like what you're doing with the different combinations, right? So I see that you have the Shot Commander Visor. Plus, you have the Shot Commander Sabatons, which gives you that set effect bonus, which is what we're going for. Actually, before we even talk about gear, let's talk about your stats. My bad. So strength, you hit 70. This is exactly what I like to do. It's range, endurance, melee, evasion. Yeah, if you look at large scale end, that is the final goals. Got you. Okay. Large scale end right here. This is the final goal. Okay, sweet. So maybe how about this? I'll look at your final one and then tell you, hey, this is a really good one for what you're trying to achieve. And then we'll kind of roll with that. Dude, this is awesome. I mean, I love this build already. You know, do I like that one? Ooh, I don't know if I like. No, we'll talk about that. Okay. So what I really like about your build right off the bat, and I just know that everything increased because okay, so yeah, your health decreased a little bit because you changed the cape out, or the, what do we change out from the other one? I don't even remember. Was it cape? Yeah, it was cape. Oh, then you got the universal power. Okay, that's why. Universal power. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Yeah, so your max health is awesome. I love anything above like 15 to 16k. Like if you can get above that, that's going to be huge for you. It's just going to be massive survivability. You have 9,400 mana, so you're good. Mana cost efficiency. Mine is going to be higher just because I built into that. So the Ascended Guardian Gloves gives that mana cost efficiency. But your skill heal your buff duration is great too. Cooldown speed's at 20%. So I'm curious to know, before I kind of keep going further, if you want to shoot a comment. Yeah, you switched some of the runes out too. Nice. Yeah, I'll take a look at all of those. So I'm curious to know, like, with your 20% cooldown speed, or at least like you're trying to go for that. How does that feel for you? Do you feel like you're still able to heal through people and things like that? Because right now, what I'm looking at, this is a really, really good build for like guild versus guild, like large scale stuff. This is like something you would definitely want to go for. And I would totally support you going through this. Your stats look amazing. What I really like about this is it's really geared towards your survivability. Like, you are all about survivability. You're like, hey, I'm gonna be the tank that, by the way, I can do massive heals, which is good. So right out of the gate, this is really solid. So because Fortitude is in this game now, and I do like your building dexterity, because I'm assuming you're building dexterity to get that extra critical hit chance so that you can heal extra, which is really nice. So, and then wisdom 30, that's fine too, because you're getting that max mana. What I would like to see, for me personally, again, this is all personal preference, I would like to see you try to get that debuff duration up a little bit if possible. It's not really possible with the build that you have going forward, because you're kind of focused in that dexterity, which I think is really good. Yeah, track of cooldowns. Yeah, so definitely makes more sense as it's more of a PvP build. Yeah, absolutely. So you're going to have no problems with it right out of the gate. I do like that you have a set bonus right here, but what I do like about the heroic armor of the resistance is that it gives you so much melee evasion and max health, right? Like, this is crazy, and it gives you all the defenses too. So I think that this is a really solid chest piece if you're going for that melee evasion. So I would definitely keep that. These ones are really good too, because that gives you that extra dexterity, because it seems like your focus, crit for decent damage from flashwave spans and sieges. Oh yeah, dude, this build is awesome so far. Let me see here. So you have the excavator wand, which is just going to be really great overall for a healer and survivability. The sabatons here, yeah, it looks like you're just building melee evasion, range endurance, melee evasion, range endurance. Perfect. You got the debuff duration there too. Dexterity solid. Yeah. Oh, dude, you're gonna be fine. What's your final evasion? I want you to be at like 1800 or higher. Is that possible? Oh yeah, you're at 19. Oh, dude, yeah, you're at 1900 with that. Yeah, you'll be totally fine. So I will say, this is what I will say, and I said this kind of earlier too. For today, melee evasion is definitely king right now, right? So like melee evasion is going to be really strong because there's not as much hit chance that the enemy has. As we go through tier 2, and this is from people that I talked to that have played since KR and things like that, that's when the shift to melee endurance is actually going to be a little bit more significant. So I just want you to note that you have a really great meta build for like the current, Throne of Liberty. And this is going to be good for like the next 2 or 3 months for sure, right? But as like tier 2 comes in the future, I just want you to know that there's going to be more hit chance built into these the weapons and the gear, and so you're going to have to stack even more melee melee evasion, and some of these pieces might not be as viable. So I just want to let you know that. But as I'm just looking through this, like at a base, dude, this is a great build. Now, I'm curious what your thoughts on, did you go the Forbidden Sacred Chain? This is one that I was curious about. Did you go this for the melee evasion? That would be my only guess over the Flame Rot bindings. Is that why you did that? I'm curious. Yeah, you must. Yeah, that would make sense to me. Yeah, okay, I'm reading it. Yeah, that would make sense. Yeah, because the Flame Rot bindings gives the melee endurance. Yeah. I play a lot, so I can go for the most meta right now and switch out. Oh, then, dude, I would totally stick with this then. Like, I know I'm not going into every single rune and everything you have here, but I'm just looking at a heavy attack chance. Okay, so let me look at that. I'm just gonna... So, heavy attack chance is really good. I went buff duration for mine. If you want to add more crit hit chance for your runes versus the heavy attack chance is obviously good because we get more healing. But because you're already stacking crit with dexterity, I mean, why not commit to that? You know what I mean? So maybe you want to commit to doing a little bit more critical hit chance in some of these red runes to help with that instead of heavy attack chance. I mean, if you want to. Obviously, a heavy attack chance is going to be a little bit more consistent. But if you're going for more crit, then I would feed into that whole crit idea. And so what you'll see a lot of my builds, what I do is like, when I get an idea or I get some sort of like weapon combination or whatever, then I commit to that. What you want to avoid is you want to avoid splitting. And the reason why is because you're just not going to be effective in one area or the other. What happens in Throne of Liberty a lot in PvP arena specifically is there's a lot of like, matchups that just are terrible against each other. But that's because they commit so hard to defending against something else. So for example, right, if you build all that melee evasion, right, and you have range endurance, but I'm just using this as an example. If you build all that melee evasion, but you have range endurance, then all of the ranged people that are coming at you, they're going to hit everything no matter what, right? But the trade-off is a greatsword dagger is not going to be as effective against you because you just dodged all of his skills, right? So that's the trade-off, right? And so what you'll notice though is if you're committing to something, then fully commit to it in like everything. Because if you spread yourself too much out, then you're not really being effective overall, if that makes sense. I was having a good argument with some of my guildies because crit or heavy attack, we're kind of unsure. Yeah, so like heavy attack, right? So I'm assuming you know what heavy attack is, right? When you're healing and things like that. So like heavy attack is that little extra, I think it's that extra number. I think there's like a place where it actually tells you. I don't even know where to find it, like what the thing is. I'll say this. If you, like for me, I'm going to probably go for heavy attack chance because of my build is built more on like survivability, endurance. I'm not putting anything into dex. I'm not really committing to critical hit chance at all. But because you are committing to critical hit chance, my recommendation is fully commit to it and try to get that as high as possible so that you can capitalize on what you're doing. I ended up going with the mix so I could do a bit of damage again with flash waves. I won't crit as hard, but if I hit 2 times, then it'll be very amazing damage. Oh, absolutely. Yeah, so to be honest, you're going to be fine either way. And the nice thing is about these runes is that you can change them out. You know what I mean? Like, you don't have to worry. Like, as long as you have the right combination, it looks like we're using the same synergies, which is awesome. Like, I literally have the same synergies for mine too. I think that's just the best one. Damage reduction. Oh yeah, duh. We're going down to here. Look at these. Skill heal, melee evasion, hit chance. Love it. Okay, so this is interesting. Walk me through your bracers. Did you get the same idea that I did where the bracer synergy to me wasn't worth it? Like, that's what I felt like. It just didn't feel like it was worth it to me. So, oh yeah, that was my stream real quick. So this is what I see, just so you guys are aware. It was pretty cool. But yeah, so I see the chats over here, and then I see the stream is here. Yeah, so I didn't think the synergy was good, so I just went 2 supports and then a chaos for fun. How do I get the runes, and what should I aim for as a staff 1 PvP? Yeah, so how you get the runes, thanks for the question with that. The race to synergy is very weak. Yeah, I totally agree. So I think going for that is pretty solid. But no, I appreciate this. Overall, before I get into the next question with our other guy jumping in, overall, man, this is a great build. You're gonna see a lot of dividends, or you're gonna see a lot of dividends pay out for this because you're building survivability. You have wisdom. You have perception. My only thing is, in like a small scale environment, you might see a little bit of a struggle with your mana management, just because of, you know, not having a lot of wisdom. But to be honest, you're probably at the point where you can manage your skills pretty well, so I'm not too worried about you being able to manage that. I like your perception. Excuse me. Your perception is going up higher, which is awesome. So yeah, overall, dude, I would 100% commit to this. This is a really good build. And then as we start moving into like the tier 2 in the future, you might want to consider putting more into fortitude, and then maybe lowering dexterity for the fortitude. Totally up to you, but I think you're going to be really well off with this build, so I wouldn't even worry about it. So on the heavy attack, so I can get the 2 times in the heals and damage more often. Yeah, I totally agree with that. I think heavy attack chance does make sense here. And for me, like, I'm just going to go heavy attack chance. The only reason why I was saying critical for you might be a thing to try out is because you're already committing to more of a critical hit and doing more crit healings and things like that. And so, yeah, I really like that. But no, thanks for showing that. Thanks for showing that to the group. Really appreciate that. I hope I kind of helped a little bit, having to cut out some abilities so I can manage mana. Yeah, so that would be the only thing. It's like you might have a struggle with the mana, but you know, at the end of the day, like that build that you have is a really good large scale build. Small scale, you might see a little bit of struggle overall, but I think like on a large scale basis, that's really solid. I hope it helped a little bit for you. I've never done a build review before, so that was cool that we got to do that. So I really appreciate you showing that up, but hopefully that helped. But yeah, how you get runes, man? So the best way to get runes is by doing the dimensional trials. So we want to do the dimensional trials. These give you these reward boxes that you can get here. Another place you can do them is by doing the world bosses and world events. So for example, if I do, you know, world boss, you'll get these little rewards here that give some of the runes. And then also you can get them by doing the what are they called? Oh, it looks like they don't have any more content. That's funny. Oh, because we have, I think that's the what's it called? The tax delivery. That's today too. Yeah, so yeah, dude, I hope it helped, man. But yeah, so that's how you get runes. Appreciate the question. Definitely just grind out those dimensional dungeons and see what we're working with there. But yeah, no, I'm glad it helped a little bit for you. You know, to take a look at that, which is I'm always happy to do that sort of thing. So but yeah, guys, so what I'm gonna do, we're gonna wrap up the stream here, but before I do, I want to talk about my build real quick. or my skills for these dimensional dungeons that I've been rocking. That's been working pretty well. And then I'm going to do a couple PvP because that's what I promised. We'll do some arena, jump in ranked, and show you guys what I'm doing in that. Do I need a set group or can you do random, says Nick. So you can do... Oh, yeah, you're talking for the dimensional dungeons. So, yeah, basically all you need to do, just go to party board. And the... Oh, my goodness, that guy's at 16. Holy cow. That guy's at 16. Yeah, so go to your... like Island of Terror, for example, and then you can look at the party board. So you can't do a random queue. You can't just like do it like the normal dungeons. You have to find a party board and you have to get in a party before you actually do the trial, if that makes sense. But yeah, then you can just keep knocking this out. So find your guildmates. Random people are going to be on the party board, and you can pick, you know, any sort of the tiers that you want to do. But yeah, guys, this is my skills that I use. A lot of this is survivability for the team. Lately, I've been rocking the cleanse because this thing is just necessary to, you know, do the Island of Terror, which is great. And then I also bring some damage. Not a ton of damage, but I do bring damage because there are times where people are full health and we need to get that boss damage down. Or boss health down as quickly as possible. So that's those. Here's my specs real quick. I'll probably make a video on it, but I'm not 100% sold on my build, but this is what I'm currently using. Blessberry I typically don't like using, however, it saved a lot of people, including myself. So that's what I'm rocking with on those ones. Yeah, I'll do the masteries real quick too. Boom, I'm only level 14, guys. I'm weak in this department. So we'll get this up though. All right, and then yeah, so we're gonna do I'm gonna do like 2 games of arena, guys, and then that's gonna wrap up the stream. Arena is awesome. Yeah, I really appreciate you guys hanging out with me today. It's been a ton of fun. This is my arena build. So here's what I'm gonna be rocking, trying to go for that 70 with those runes that we get. 50 wisdom, 40 perception. I love being able to cycle through my skills, my abilities, things like that. So this is my arena. I'm at 38-12 for that. So hopefully we can get an arena game ranked too. I'm at 64, guys. I'm at 64. So hopefully we can get one. I think we will, because sometimes when world bosses go on, people don't want a PvP, obviously. So we'll try to see how that goes. I appreciate you guys coming and checking out the stream today. It's been a lot of fun. I'm gonna start doing these weekly, hopefully, is my goal. And yeah, guys, we're gonna get into it. So I'm having a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to doing some PvP real quick. Hopefully we get a game. If not, is what it is. I can understand that we might not, just because the world boss is happening. If that's the case, then we'll jump over to a world boss, knock that out, and then we'll kind of wrap up the stream with that. So yeah, thanks again for watching, guys. Really appreciate it. I'm sticking around here through one of those 2. Hopefully we get 1 ranked game in, which I would really like right now at the arena. We are ranked number 64. Trying to climb. We're getting there, guys. We're getting there. It is a slow grind, though, because you only go up 4, 5, 6 points at a time, but then you drop 10, 11, 12 at a time, too. So, you know, we're rocking and rolling with it. But yeah, so basically, just making sure everything's good. Yeah, so basically my thought process for healing, or you can look at my current games. This is the build that I use. This is the build I recommended you guys on my YouTube channel. And basically nothing really changes from it. I mean, I think I switched out the cleanse, or I switched to the cleanse. From, what did I have before? Maybe I had time for punishment. I don't remember what I have before. But yeah, so I switched out the cleanse into this build, or yeah, it was that, because I wanted to make sure to cleanse my teammates, give them an extra heal, which is really nice. And this is my build for PvP 2. This is on the YouTube channel for my PvP guy, or my updated PvP build. Nothing has changed for me, and this is what I've been using to climb. So I don't know how much PvP you guys have been doing in the arena. I'd be curious to find out. But yeah, so I wonder if we'll get a game. We'll wait. I'm gonna wait the time for it. In the meantime, let's look at my runes, see if there's anything I can add. I have a level 20 necklace, which is a stun resistance, which is pretty nice. But I don't think I have anything. Oh yeah, so that's a level 15 Amatoy heal. Amatoy heal, which is not too bad. But it's level 15 blue, so it makes us look stronger. And that's what we're going for. And then, yeah, we got that. Let's see, yeah, do we have anything that we can throw in there too? We do have a blue, but we already are rocking that one. This is a level 14 skill damage resistance. I like that. Mana cost efficiency, that's what I'm going to be going for. I could stack skill damage resistance. That could be a thing. But, you know, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens with that whole deal. But yeah, we'll roll with it. Man, we're not getting a game. Would we get a normal game? Maybe I could do one round of PvP in normals. I think also too, because we're kind of in these, like, yeah, early on when I started out doing these, I was able to get a lot of games really quick, back to back to back. Maybe it's the time of day too, but it is Saturday, so you'd think we'd get some games right away. But yeah, I haven't even done my weeklies yet. Usually I knock these out like right away. Look at this, ending in 27,000 days. Oh man, that's funny. But yeah, guys, your rewards for doing this is awesome. I already hit the 1900, so we can get this guy, the wolf looking thing, and then also the eagle, which is awesome. But we want to shoot for that great white shark, which these guys look sick. If you guys haven't seen that, let me see. Look at the auction house real quick. I'm curious to see what the universal power is going for. It's got to be so much cheaper now, right? The universal power has got to be super. I mean, yeah, it's gone down a little bit, but because people are able to, I mean, oh, wow, look at how much it's gone down to 2,300. These things, I sold mine for 10K or 9K. I wish you could see like my total sell history, but I've sold like probably over 20 to 33,000, 20 to 30,000 total. Not super a lot, but you know, a decent amount. It was 2,000, so yeah, it's probably just fluctuating. I wonder if people just like, you know, like it's just fluctuating in and out. I wonder if that's what is going on here. I don't really know. Man, we're not getting a game, guys. Sorry about that. So what I'll do is I'm gonna go over to the excavator, try to get another wand for the group. If I get a game, great. If not, we're gonna knock this out. And on the day of the update, it was 1.4K. Jeez, that is nuts. Yeah, because like, I mean, yeah, it made sense because people are able to get that through the transmutation. I have a guy in the guild. He got 2 universal power rings by doing the, you know, Throne of Liberty slot machine. So that's kind of funny. We're gonna go up here, knock out the excavator, guys, and then I'm gonna wrap my stream up. So just giving you guys a heads up with that. Really appreciate all the, you know, the support you've given me throughout this channel so far. I just really appreciate it. I'll be coming out with new build videos and things like that. Oh, this build that I have. Oh, this is okay. No, this isn't too bad. We're good. Yeah, so appreciate all the support you guys have shown me over all the videos. If you guys are looking for any specific sort of video content, anything like that, let me know. I'd love to you know, get into it and you know, talk about it. Thanks so much for watching that. But we're gonna knock out this boss. I'm just gonna cancel the arena since we're already here. I don't think we're gonna get one, unfortunately. But we're all, you know, we're at decently high ranks, and so I think that has something to do with it. But to be honest, I mean, you never know. But yeah, let's see here. Yeah, if you guys have any questions about anything, really appreciate all the support, guys. It's been a lot of fun talking to you guys today. And well, I'm gonna try to start streaming it on like a weekly basis if I can. Oh, that reminds me. So the settings. Why was my thing bugging out? That's what I want to know. That's what I want to know. Character. I'm gonna look at it. Put my controller. I'm trying to think here. So it's probably the targeting? No. Why was my party thing bugging? People spam the yeah. Oh yeah. People dumped everything into that. It was just like, oh my goodness. It's not the camera. Map transparency while moving, sure, blah blah blah. What I want to see is my yeah, I can't. Yeah, where is that thing? So chat, that's not it. UI, they need to change this for console. Let me use it. Let me use my tier stuff. Turn off target with crosshair. Is that what I need to do? Where? Would that be under gameplay? Target, duh. Attackable players. Oh, wait. Where would that be? Next target, lock on. Select friendly target. I never... When did I put this on? There's no way. I don't want that. Auto move to target. Yep, I like that. That's fine. Auto move, that's totally fine. I'm fine with auto move. I don't mind that. Thank you for that. I did not know that. Turn off target with crosshair. Yep, that's what I did. Yeah. Thanks for doing that. Or thanks for letting me know. It's so weird. Where's action mode? I don't even want to mess with action mode. I'm scared. I'm scared. I'm gonna go here. Oh wait, no, they're all going here. My guildmates are going here. We're gonna knock this out. Oh man. Let's see if they have a party. Fu. This is our boy that we were running the dungeons with. What about this? That was a sad dungeon. We had Hafu. Sweet. Alright guys, we're gonna knock this boss out. Oh, it's all good, dude. I tried. But yeah, so really appreciate all the support, guys. Again, thanks so much for tuning in today. I had a lot of fun. We got to do a lot of PvE stuff, which normally I'm just a PvP sort of guy, but I really like doing PvE stuff as well. Especially with these dimensional trials, it kind of has that like almost competitive, like, oh, I want to beat this because, you know, like, oh, I forgot. There's this, I forgot to show you guys too, which you guys probably already know, but there's that mount that we can get. So if you get the 40K, you get the Iron Hound, which looks sick. Let me go to the morphs. I was literally looking at this the other day. I'm like, how the heck do I get that? And that is what we get if you get that. So that would be cool if we got this. I think we have a week to do it, right? Dang, this would be sick to run around. What a flex. What a flex if you're able to get this. But what I'm going for though are these PvP ones. The PvP ones are gonna be sick. So we're going for the where are you at? The radius or Rudius tie-on. Dude, this is awesome. Look at that lightning. It looks so good. That's what we're already gonna get because we hit that threshold in the PvP arena, and then we'll also get the glide one too, which is that eagle, which looks sick too. I mean, look at that. Electric Eagle. That's cool. So that would be a good flex. I want that great white shark that you get for getting 2200 or higher. But yeah. I have 1 month. Oh, for the co-op dungeon one? Okay, so, oh, I got you. Yeah, it literally shows right here. Look at that. 2099. Wait, what? Oh, that was the date it came. I'm so confused. I think that's just bugged, right? Where's the season? It's got to be right here. Yeah, it still says 2099. That's funny. So yeah, we just probably have the whole month to do it. Craziness. I can't even imagine doing a level 30 dimensional dungeon after we just witnessed a tier 3. Can you imagine doing a tier 30? That'd be insanity. Insanity. All right, guys, let's knock this out real quick. Maybe we'll get the drop. Probably not. I have never gotten a boss drop ever. Never gotten one. So we're just sticking to straight damage. That's what we're gonna do. Just pure damage. Do a little bit of healing, but I mean, in reality, we're just gonna get all this damage out there, you know? Gotta do what we gotta do. But is it even that much damage? Probably not. We're good though. We try our best. Oh man. Get another curse out there. Why not? We're just spamming these abilities, trying to get that item. We're trying to get another excavator one for the boys in our guild and girls in our guild. And they were rocking and rolling. So yeah, easy. All right, guys, did I get lucky? Probably not. Hey guys, I'm on Desire server, NA East. So I'm on North America East server. And we are accepting people. We're accepting healers into the guild. If you guys want to join, I am Midas Gaming. That's my current guild I'm in, guys. If you are interested, if you have 3K or higher CP, that's what we're looking for right now. And yeah, I didn't even hold my breath. We didn't even get that cool chest. But yeah, guys, so right now I'm over on Desire. Got some more runes, which is nice. And I'm on NA East. And so yeah, that's what I'm rock and rolling with. But yeah, guys, so let me do this real quick. But yeah, guys, thanks so much for tuning in today. I had such a fun time hanging out with you guys. We did some we talked about the runes. We talked about dimensional trials. We actually went through the dimensional trials. I hope I gave you guys some tips, things that you probably didn't think of or know about. Went through my builds and everything like that. Try to get some PvP, but you know, unfortunately wasn't able to. So we ended the day with this the boss. Unfortunately, we weren't able to get the excavator. Guys, thank you so much for the support. Really appreciate all the energy you guys showed me today in the comment section. I've had a ton of fun hanging out with you. I'm going to try to do these weekly. I'm going to try to set up multi-streaming to make sure I hit up all my Twitch users, all my YouTube users, and you know, we'll kind of go with it from there. But guys, thanks so much. If you guys have any other comments about, you know, what types of videos you want to see, anything like that, please leave it below. And with that, guys, I will catch you in the next one. Peace.